All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. It's showtime like Kareem Lakers. I make a masterpiece, scene basic. No Meek Millie, but I'm dream chasing. Took the shortcut like Anita Baker. I want the bright lights that you see in Vegas. I need a big house with like 3 basements. Drop an M on the whip, think I'm speed racing. Don't know if it's the Transformer or the Green Ranger. My nigga Mac got the beat banging. Young nigga selling crack as a teenager. Had fiends playing baseball out here free basing. Had me showing off the rings like a Freemason. My mama gone, but I keep pacing. Trying to keep it all together like I need braces. Family calling when they need favors. When I was broke, they was acting like complete strangers. All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Rest in peace, the Nippy was the street savior. Got my credit right now, I need acres. Gotta turn your dirty money into clean paper. Trying to own a franchise without a key player. I go through hoes like I weave laces. Tree blazers, let they mama noodles be flavored. Meat takers that be acting like the D sacred. You bust in, you would think they on their knees praying. Then I slide like a screensaver. When I'm done, make some scrambled eggs, cheese bacon. Then it's on to the next, I ain't a speed dater. Little bitch ain't gon' hear from me till weeks later. I don't see no things changing. Kids still dodging bullets like they seen Matrix. These young niggas really need saving, but OGs won't teach them that the street's dangerous. All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby.
It's live, it's local, it's boxing. Jetta Promotions returns to Charm City at the Hilton, Baltimore Inner Harbor, 401 West Pratt Street in Baltimore, Maryland. Saturday, April 25th, for a night of championship boxing, featuring a host of young professionals and future champions. Fighters like Scooter Davis, Tyler Langer, Ezra Turner, Bria Miller, Sharame Patricio, Mohammed Robinson, Demetrius Ballard, Omari Lawrence. Come out and see them live and in person. Enjoy the thunder of the leather and the pace of the action. Don't think about it, be about it. Get your tickets today, JettaPromotionsBoxing.com. That's JettaPromotionsBoxing.com.
What's popping with the family? Y'all know the vibes, man. It's Monday morning, man. The Monday morning cook up gonna be real today for sure. Y'all know the vibes, man. Salute to the family in the building, man. It's CamJNetwork, man. We here full in effect, live and direct, man, here on this Monday, man. Hope everyone is feeling great this morning. this Monday morning to start the week off, man, for sure, man. Definitely, man. Happy to be here with y'all guys, man. My family to talk this boxing this morning, man, for sure. I'm hyped up for this show. When I was getting ready for this show the past hour, Crush the Legend, he turned me up for real. I ain't gonna lie. Listening to Crush the Legend this morning on Coffee and Donuts for Grown-Ups turned me up this morning, man, going into this show this morning, man. So definitely lit for this morning. And starting off, man, make sure y'all hit the like button, man. Hit the like button, hit the hype button. It don't cost you nothing. It's free. It don't cost you anything to hit the like button and hit the hype button, man. And we need y'all support and y'all help with doing that for sure, because it helps us in the algorithm most definitely, man. Most definitely. Hit that like button, hit that hype button. I'm trying to get to at least 50 likes by the end of this show. You know what I'm saying? 50 likes. We pushing for 50 likes for this show. So definitely, we got to set standards a little bit more for the show, man, for sure. You did. You know what I mean? But we hit that like button, hit the hype button, man. Surely appreciate it. Y'all can support the channel through Cash App. It's rolling down on the banner right there, $ CamJNetwork right there. Or y'all can hit the super chat or the super things to support the channel, man. All the money goes back into the channel, man. It don't. This content, it ain't free to do this shit. Just to let y'all know, it ain't free for me to do this shit. We got to put money into getting graphics and paying for StreamYard, etc. You know what I'm saying? So just the upgrade for the content, man. So most definitely, man, support the channel through Cash App, $ CamJNetwork, or super chat or super thanks, man, for sure, man, for sure. So let me go ahead and salute to the family in the building so far. And we got a crazy show. We got a crazy show in store, man, for sure. I think I'm gonna start off. Brian Norman Jr. has a new interview with Brian Custard on the Last Stand podcast. I seen a clip of it from last night, so I think we're gonna start off with that today. And then of course we're gonna recap, the Fury and Mahkmudov card and talk about some of the scenarios within this card with some of the fighters and everything for sure, man. So let me salute to the family in the building so far. Salute to my cousin, Ring While Boxing Podcast, man. Salute to my cousin, Bean, man. We had a great show last night on his channel last night. If y'all ain't get to watch it, man, most definitely go back and watch it after this show, man. Me and Cuzzo was cooking up crazy on Ring While Boxing Podcast last night, man. Great show. I enjoyed co-hosting with Cuzzo last night, man. And it drove the energy into today's show this morning, you know what I'm saying? So we lit today. Salute the Cuz. Make sure y'all subscribe to Ring While Boxing Podcast, most definitely, man. That's family right there. And salute to my brother, All Things in the building, man. The YouTube legend out here, man. My brother, All Things, man. You heard my dog. Smash the like button, man. Most definitely. Smash that like button. Most definitely, man. For sure. You heard? And salute to my boy Ace Austin in the building, man. One of the day one supporters as well, man. Salute to my dog Ace Austin in the building, man. For sure. You heard? And my brother Lee Jackson in the building, man. Salute to my boy Lee Jackson in the building. Another day one supporter in the building, man, for sure. We in the building, man, for sure, for sure. SM down, H9, salute, man. You new to the channel, man. Subscribe to the channel. I gotta say that as well. Anybody that's watching that's new to the channel, subscribe to the channel, man. We active, man. We got a lot of great things on the channel coming this week, man, for sure, man. So salute the SM down, H9. Salute to you, brother. And T Hill in the building. The commissioner is in the building, man. My brother T Hill, man, West Coast finest in the building. You know what I'm saying? Y'all get out of line, T Hill, and get y'all in line for sure. You know what I mean? He got one of them big ranches. You feel me? So salute to my brother T Hill in the building, man. And T Hill, if you can, drop Ring While Boxing Podcast. Drop his link in the chat for us, man, so people can subscribe to my cousin. And salute to the beautiful Quee, my sister in the building, man. So salute to my sister. Make sure y'all subscribe to my sister Quee as well, doing amazing work on her channel, man. Been breaking down women's college basketball recent time, but she talks about everything: love, relationships, hip hop, entertainment, etc. Man, anything that comes known to man, life in general. So salute to my sister Queequeg. Make sure y'all subscribe to my sister Queequeg. She live every Thursday, 10 p.m. Eastern time. So salute to my sister Queequeg in the building for sure. You know what I'm saying? T Hill, most definitely, if you can, drop Queequeg's link as well. And my brother Opulent, LDTV in the building, man. My brother, man. Salute the Opulent in the building, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to my brother Opulent, LDTV as well, man. Doing a lot of great work on his channel with, sports, entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Doing great work on this channel, man. Salute to my brother Opulent in the building. And my brother, man, D1, one half of the Angry White Man Boxing Podcast in the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to Angry White Man Boxing Podcast as well. Live every Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern time. That's my family, man. Salute to my boy D1. He said, good morning, family. I'm on Army base. Can't have the phone out. Love, peace, and blessings in abundance. Flowers to the ladies. Yeah, salute to my brother D1, man. For sure, man. Definitely get to that bag, my brother. Get to that bag, brother. We got you through the morning. We're going to get you good through the morning. You're listening to the show, brother, for sure. And my brother Thrill Hill in the building. Seattle's finest in the building. My brother Thrill Hill, man. What's good with my dog, man? Thrill Hill, man. Hope you're doing well this morning, my brother, for sure. And my brother SBG Mello in the building, man. Salute, man. Hope you're doing well this morning as well, my brother, man. Salute to SBG Mello. My brother Savage Bo, man. 305, Miami's finest in the building. Salute to my boy Savage Bo in the building, man. My dog, man, for sure. You know what I'm saying? I got some college football I got some college football content we're gonna be doing this week, man, for sure. I'm gonna be talking about your boys, man. Miami, y'all doing some shit over there on the recruiting side right there. Y'all cooking, man. Y'all cooking. I've been watching, man, for sure. So salute to my boy Savage Bo, man, for sure. You feel me? And let's get it cracking, man. Let's get it cracking. So that's everybody so far. Let me go ahead and pull up this B Norm interview. Let's go and pull up this B Norm interview, man. I already got it ready. So let me go ahead and pull it up. We'll start the show with that. I was going to save this for tomorrow show, for real. I was going to save it for tomorrow, but I was like, nah, it's today. It dropped this morning just an hour ago. So I'm like, shit, why not go ahead and react to it? And then we'll get into all of this good stuff from Saturday. You feel me? So let's go and get it cracking.
You know him as the assassin. Brian Norman Jr. joins the program. B, welcome to The Last Stand. How are you?
What's up? What's your be here? Thanks.
And make sure y'all like and subscribe to the Last Stand podcast with Brian Custer, man. Doing great interviews over there, man, for sure. Salute to Brian Custer for sure.
Everything's great, my man. It's great to finally have you on. I got word that Brian Norman.
Yeah, Savage Bowl. Yeah, man. We got Ohio State. We got our spring game Saturday, so I'm going to the spring game to cover the spring game this week, man. It's gonna be lit, man, for sure.
Jr. is coming back to the ring May 2nd. Is that the case? And if you're coming back on May 2nd, against whom?
No, it's not May 2nd. It's actually at a later date. It is in May though. May 16th.
Okay.
So we'll be back in May, and I can't tell you the opponent just yet, but it should be.
Whoa, he said he coming back May 16th. That's a little bit in depth. I'm already knowing what card that's going to be on. If he's coming back May 16th, then he's going to be possibly on the Keyshawn and Nair Albright rematch card in Virginia. So pay attention to that right there. May 16th is the target date for Brian Norman Jr.'s comeback. Most likely, I'm assuming that it's going to be on Keyshawn and Nair Albright's rematch card.
Announcement real soon.
Okay. Now, are we talking somebody at 147? We talking what kind of person?
I was thinking about going up to heavyweight. It's a guy named Anthony Joshua. He's trying to make a comeback as well. We can get busy. But no, but I'm still at 147, dog.
Okay.
147.
Okay, I like it. You funny, bro. So my understanding, though, is when you do come back, you got some changes. I understand you got a new trainer. It's not going to be your father. I've been told Ronnie Shields.
Oh, yes, sir.
Tell me why not your father? Why the change? Why?
Oh, I'm on my ass, so I just forgot. Almost forgot. But happy birthday to my brother, Sin Ironheart, man. I don't know if he came in the chat yet, but big happy birthday to my brother, Sin Ironheart. Today is his birthday today, man. My brother turned into 39. You know what I mean? So salute to my brother, Sin Ironheart. If you listening, brother, you already know the vibes, man. My brother Sin is his birthday, so my brother gonna get a personal segment for the show today. You know what I'm saying? So definitely, man. Salute to my brother Sin Ironheart. Happy birthday to my brother, man, for sure.
Ronnie Shields.
I just feel like it was the perfect time. That's all it was. Me and Pops, we had, a sit down, a conversation, and I just felt like, coming out working with a legendary coach, being Ronnie Shields, of course. He got plenty of great fighters in the past and still got great fighters still to this day. So not even just the coaching, but the fighters in the gym as well. You got Vito, Melanecki, Justin Paldo, my boy David. It's a whole bunch of guys here that I could just build and learn from.
How painful?
B King, salute to my brother B King in the building, my brother, man. Salute, man. Hope you doing well this morning. Big Dre, what's good with my boy Big Dre in the building as well, man. Salute to my dog Big Dre, man.
How difficult was that conversation with the father?
It really wasn't that difficult. When we two grown men, it's just a conversation. No business big. We just talk. Just how many you talking right now? Wasn't nothing to it.
Yeah. What did you? Was there any disappointment when you saw, let's say, maybe clips or interviews of your father where he had talked about, yeah, he did this. Well, if he would have listened to me, he could have done this. Was that painful for you at all, or just?
I would say, of course, that was. It did hit me a little bit, but it is what it is.
Got it. Now we saw, since you're in Houston. Man, we saw a video of you running with Errol Spence Jr. I know my man
running
EJ.
with my dog, man.
Yeah, I saw my guy EJ working out with Ronnie Shields. I know he's going to be back there. Tell us, how does EJ look? How's he? Is he getting back in fighting shape, so to speak?
I would say he was just coming, see if he wanted to work with Ronnie Shields, because I don't know if they are real deal, messing with each other, but. No, the boy on point. The boy is sharp. Also, like, he one of my favorite fighters. We went on a run together. So I'm running 5 miles with him. And on the way, halfway through, we started talking. And no matter what, to me, boxing is 90% mental. So we was talking back and forth. He was telling me pretty much what his head at. And like mentally, he is definitely there and he's definitely ready. And whoever he fighting next, they in trouble.
Interesting perspective from B Norm Jr. right there on Earl Spence right there. Said that he done chopped it up with Earl Spence a lot recently, and he feels that Earl Spence is 100% mentally ready to get back in the game, and said it's gonna be trouble for whoever he gonna be in the ring with next. Mr. Tim Zoo. Ooh-wee.
And what was those talks like? Like, was it more about, hey, this is the advice I want to give you since I was dominating this division at one point? Or is it more of, hey, I'm feeling myself now. I think my body's right. I think I'm ready to get back in the ring.
Now, he'll mostly just giving me tips because, he 36 years old now, and I'm 2 years younger than him. So he's more so just telling me, things that he wish he would have did, the way he would have thought about things, so he'll just help me out with a whole lot of things that I personally needed to talk to him about anyway. So everything he spoke about, it hit me deep. So I appreciate him for that.
We had Tim Zoo on The Last Stand, and boy, obviously he had this fight with Nurja, but he said he is ready for the summer to fight Errol Spence, because he said this is the fight that he's been wanting, a big mega fight like that to show people that he is back. Give me your thoughts. What do you think about an Errol Spence, Tim Zoo fight? How do you think that thing's going to play out?
I think it's going to be a great fight, but I feel like the program we got going on over here is going to be entirely too much for Tim.
Even though EJ.
So hold on, let me get this understood right here. So we know Brian Norman Jr. is being trained by Ronnie Shields, and Brian Norman just mentioned the program that they got going over here going to be too much for Tim Tszyu. So it almost sounds like Ronnie Shields may be Earl Spence's official trainer now, dog. That's what it's sounding like. You know what I'm saying? That Earl hasn't announced it 100% yet, but it sounds like Earl Spence's new trainer is going to be Ronnie Shields, man.
Jay's been away for three years. We just saw Keith Thurman, and that inactivity, sometimes it plays a part in these kind of fights. Tell me why you think EJ is ready to take on a challenge like Tim Tszyu.
Because of his work ethic, simple as that. When he came into the gym, he was still, his main thing was to outwork everyone. So you ought to know, I'm watching that now. I got to outwork him, but it's just like he's 36 years old. Like you said, he took 3 years off. He's supposed to be, the older guy, the old cat who can't, the car wreck, everything happens to him. So he's supposed to be off of his game. But no, he's still pushing the pace and not even just pushing it, but looking sharp while doing it. So no, that break that he took, and then like the conversation we was having, he needed that break to begin with. And now he got a bigger reason to do everything you're doing.
And based off of what you've seen out of him, what do you think? One of the things that Tim Tszyu said is, I think they're underestimating me. I've been active. He hasn't. That's why I'm going to make a statement against Errol Spence. Give me your thinking on that, on what Tim Tszyu is thinking about this fight.
Oh, I salute him for thinking that, he's active for things of that nature. But as I supposed to think, but like I said before, it's all about where your head at and how your mentality is in the game. And I feel like Spence, he done been here plenty of times before. We all know he should have been moved up in weight classes anyway. So I feel like everything that he's doing is actually a benefit to Spence.
Got it. Listen, I remember when you made your first title defense, I want to say you knocked out Jin Sasaki.
That was actually my second title defense.
Second, yeah. The second, you really exploded on the national scene. Don't get me wrong, people already knew who you were, but it was like now all of even the casuals knew them because of the knockout. What was that like for you at that time when you got that knockout and it was like, whoa, is this guy like the biggest puncher we've seen in quite a while at 147?
No, it was still a surprising thing, but believe it or not, I couldn't feel it like how y'all feel it. It's like, I'm actually doing the act or whatever. So it's like, okay, I'm still in fight mode. I still got to make sure, everything on point. So I believe it or not, it still haven't hit me until I won that Knockout of the Year award. And let me tell you something. When I got on that stage, but I was nervous, man. I was trying to find my words. I was trying to find myself, and I kept writing a speech in my head of everything I need to say. I went off script wholeheartedly. I just said, I say God. That's all I could do. But no, like after I won that award, that's when everything started hitting me for real. And at that standpoint, it was like, dang, like I'm real deal stamped into history forever. Yeah, like you can't take that away forever. My name is stamped into the books.
And here's the interesting too, the thing about this sport is when something like that happens to you, sometimes it's a blessing, sometimes it's a curse. It's a blessing, obviously, because a lot that comes with it. But then you start hearing, man, he's the biggest puncher that we've seen in a long time at 147. He's the biggest puncher at 147. And then it becomes a curse when sometimes people start to believe in the hype and they let other little things slip. Maybe it's some of the other fundamental things. Did any of that happen to you where it was just like, hey, I know I'm gonna win this fight because it only takes one shot. I got the magic hand, whether it's my right hand or it's that left hook. I'm the biggest puncher at 147.
Absolutely. It can cloud your brain and cloud your judgment on just everything as a whole. Because you feel like no matter what, I got that equalizer. You can shoot Deontay Wilder. What do you say?
Yes.
You got to be perfect for 12 rounds. I got to be perfect for 1 second. So it's more so that thought process. And like, even if you are trying, for example, I love actually throwing combinations. That's my whole thing. I love combinations. I love going off of that. But when everybody around you saying, you a knockout puncher, you this and you that. It's just like, after a while, it does get to your head.
Salute to my brother Patrick Bill in the building too, man. Salute, brother. Salute. That was a good question right there for Brian Custer, right there for B. Norm Jr. right there. And that I really understand the mindset of Brian Norman Jr. 100% now. He was believing he was going to be able to get the knockout going into the Devin Haney fight. He was definitely sold on that. Everybody was telling him, talk about the knockout power and everything. And he just told us that, yes, he did get consumed by, people telling him about, his knockout ability going into that Devin Haney fight, where it definitely affected his mental into that fight. Real interesting perspective right there.
So now that leads me to the fight you have. You have this big fight now with Devin Haney. Talk to me about the lead up to, because this was, again, the first time I think the casual boxing fans got a chance to see Brian Norman in the build up to the fight, the press conferences, things that Bill and Devin were probably, for the most part, used to. What was that like for you leading up to that fight?
Now, believe it or not, I actually enjoyed it. So, like, I was just being myself the whole time. Everything was cool. I will say closer to the fight, that's when I started going sideways, and then that's when that rear deal got to me. Though I hit hard, I'm a heavy puncher. I do this and I do that. So, but before that, believe it or not, I was having fun.
Yeah. What about take me then to let's say the walkout, because I remember right before the fight, I think it was maybe Bill, and he was trying to mess with your dad in the press conference and all that type of stuff, the weigh in. But like the walk out to the fight, when you're walking out and you're looking at everybody and you're like, whoa, okay, here we go. This is it. This is big time here. What was that like for you?
Sure, actually, it was the opposite. It was more so I was fighting out of emotion. I was fighting out of anger, pretty much. It was Bill and Dale said this, all of this stuff going on. So I got to go out there. I got to kill Devin Haney. I got to, that's my whole mind frame was that. So when I came walking out, if you go look at, I ain't look at nobody. I pretty much ran into the ring like a WWE fighter. I was like the Ultimate Warrior or somebody. So I just went straight into the ring and I was just ready to start the bell and get into it. But, I will say that's not the right mind frame to have. Once again, just take it all in and be yourself. You don't got to fight out of emotion.
Devin drops you.
I definitely love that perspective, and I like that B. Norm Jr. He kept it 100 right there. Basically telling everybody in that fight with Devin Haney, I fought off my emotions into that fight. You know what I'm saying? And you can definitely see the fight 100% and see that he definitely did for sure, man. Salute to my boy We Fight All Night TV in the building, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to my brother as well, man.
Too early. So probably the first time you've had adversity in your career. What was that like? Can you remember what was going through your mind at that point?
To get back, simple as that. It's just, okay, cool. That comes with the territory. It is what it is. You got me. But guess what? Now it's time for you to get mine back. That's all. That was the only thing going in my mind frame. Like not setting it up or anything. Just, I got to get you back.
Yeah. After you take the loss, first professional loss, and after so much success, how is that dealing with your first loss?
I love it. It's a challenge. It shows you still got something to work on. It's still room for growth. It's still things out there that you can improve on. So, I love it. I appreciate that wholeheartedly. So, it didn't put a stop on anything, a dent on anything. It just said, okay, cool, be right back. That's all.
Do you believe?
Gotta love it. I told you I love comeback stories, man, and I can't wait to see what B. Norm Jr. does in this next fight, man, for sure. Coming up May 16th, man.
Brian Norman gave birth to Debo Haney because
Lord,
Bill Haney
he asked him that shit.
He came on the Last Stand was Debo took on Brian Norman, the biggest puncher, and it was Debo who stepped to him and dropped to him, and now it is Debo who rules this division. Do you believe you gave birth to Debo Haney?
Absolutely. I believe, that stamped it to the game because, I'm the big bad wolf, the big puncher, the big everything.
I hate
of course,
this.
credit to dude. He won the fight. So, hey, that stamped it.
I hate this. No fucking Debo
biggest
Haney, bro. I absolutely hate this shit. I really do. Ain't no fucking Debo Devin Haney, bro. The fuck out of here. Debbie Cakes Devin out this bitch. Davina. Shebo Dev. That's more like it. You know what I'm saying? I like it more like that. You know what I'm saying? No, Shebo Dev, Debbie Cakes Dev. Track star Dev, jab, grab, and move Dev. You know what I'm saying? That's more like it to me right there. That's more like it. Jab, grab, and move Haney is more appropriate than anything in my personal belief. You know what I'm saying? But Debo Dev, fuck no. Fuck no, man. Come on. Debo. You know what I'm saying? Debo. You know what I'm saying? They call it Debo. Debo. Debo Dev. Man, start the press. D1 placebo dead. Debo. Placebo Debo. Start the presses. Oh man, salute to Ashley's Corner, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to my sis Ashley's Corner, man. Had a hell of a show yesterday, man. She was cooking up crazy, man. And salute to my sister Miss Joette in the building, man. Salute to my sister Miss Joette. Salute to Radio Flyer in the building. Talk about somebody tell Ryan to stop ducking Hanos. Yeah, I don't know why y'all put these narratives out there, bro. Like, right now, Devin is in the process of possibly being with Virgil Ortiz to be the duck of 2026 right now. What are you even talking about, bro? He ain't even fighting Rolly, bro, let alone Ryan, Radio Flyer. Go fly a drone or some shit, man. Go do something with yourself, man. You know what I'm saying?
Lesson I think did you take from that fight?
Find your perfect tax expert.
No,
whatever your tax
Devin's
situation
ducking
might be.
them. That's what it is.
Always be yourself and take your time. Simple as that. Always be yourself.
Interesting. That's really good. Now, I know you've probably seen this interview, but your father recently did an interview and said he has gotten word that Devin Haney, he says, has been microdosing when he's not fighting. Did you see that interview? Do you believe that as well?
Yes, I did see that interview, and I don't believe in rumors. I believe in facts. So we don't have nothing on that. So that's on that. That's on them.
Yeah. Haney is supposedly getting ready to fight Rolly. They're trying to work that out. What would you think about that fight? Haney versus Rolly, and how would you see that fight play out?
I believe every fight with Rolly is going to be a fun one because you don't know how it can go. Who thought Rolly would have beat Ryan Garcia? You know, who thought Rolly would have had trouble against, I forgot that old guy name.
Barroso.
Yeah, Barroso. Like, who thought would have had trouble with him? So it's like every fight that Rolly got, we don't know what's going to happen. So you really don't. And like even the fight with him and Tank, he was arguably winning the fight. But then he got caught slipping. So it's like we really don't know.
Yeah, interesting. I see you also you've started your own promotional company. I like this. Throwback Promotions. I hear you've signed a fighter. Tell us about why you did it. Tell us about the fighter.
So okay. It is Throwback Boxing Promotions. Keyword throwback. Now it's a whole bunch of fighters back in the past that we really don't know about or care about simply because they didn't have the popularity behind it. They didn't have the chance to show you their skills or their gifts. So my whole platform, all I'm trying to do is give people the alley-oop to show what you truly are and what you are made of. Give those underground fighters a chance to just simply show the world what you got. So I did sign Edwin De Los Santos, and he does have a fight coming up real soon also. So first fighter down, Pat, we're going to see how they go.
I like it. Now,
That's
are you promoting your own fights too now going forward as well?
Co-promotion.
I like it. If that's the case, now obviously you say you got a fight coming up on the 16th, but I'm sure there are other big fights. You've had the Haney fight. There are other big fights. So as your promoter, give me, let's say, two fights out there that you say Brian Norman's got to be in the ring with these guys before I hang it up?
You got to have two heavy punchers, which is Brian Norman and Rolly Romero. And then you got to run it back versus Debo Dev. So those will be the two right there.
How do you think the fight with Haney will play out differently?
It'll be a whole lot differently, like a whole lot different. I can really go out there and be myself and show y'all what I actually fight like. Actually, my next fight, y'all gonna get a slight demonstration.
What is? Let me ask you this: what is Ronnie Shields added to your toolbox that maybe it wasn't there, or what has he refined there?
Sure, believe it or not, the main thing is patience. Like I keep saying this. I came into the gym the first day, so my whole mind frame is hard work, more. So I went in the first day. I'm shadow boxing. The first round, I go out there probably throwing 300 punches, no exaggeration. He pulled me to the side. He said, "Do me a favor. All that you're doing, don't do that no more." So he just calmed everything down, and now it's like more so you're doing everything with a purpose, not just throwing punches just to get in shape, just to outwork the opponent, anything like that. So now just taking your time and actually making everything count. You don't gotta go.
I like that right there. Listen to the perspective that he just said as far as Ronnie Shields. Ronnie Shields telling him, settle down and make all your punches count. You know what I'm saying? Make the work count instead of just working out just in general and just throwing punches just to, stay fit type shit. You know what I mean? That was a real interesting perspective and an interesting perspective for Earl Spence. You know what I'm saying? Just to imagine where Earl Spence working with Ronnie Shields. Ronnie Shields, the man Brian Norman Jr. mentioned that Earl Spence, his mental was 100% straight. So with him working with Ronnie Shields working that mental with Earl Spence Jr. as well on this comeback with him as well, man, for sure. That's a real interesting perspective right there from B. Norm Jr. right there. Salute to my boy Aircraft in the building, man. Salute, my dog.
Gas yourself to do 100 miles today when you got all week. No matter what, you only doing 12 rounds. So he just changed my frame of mind pretty much.
Have you had the opportunity to visit with Jamal Charlo and get any work with him since you've been there?
I haven't worked with him like sparring wise, but no, I've definitely been to the gym with him as well. And like just watching him and talking to him also, just picking up on game. Like I said, it's bigger than just Ronnie. Like literally the whole gym, even people coming to the gym for sparring, everybody wants to be at their very, very best. So it's like you're just picking up so much just by watching and just being around that kind of energy.
Have you sparred with Errol? Or is it just worked out?
No, just work out. That's
just
it.
Worked out. That's just worked out. Let me ask you this. Are you still the biggest puncher at 147?
We shall see. That's y'all judgment, not mine.
I like it. I like that. And I think it's interesting. You said Rolly and Devin are the two of the biggest fights you think you still need to have at 147. I know Ryan Garcia is there. Any interest in anything like that?
Absolutely. I'm still at 147. So anybody uphill at this weight class, of course, I'm down for it.
Yeah. How long do you anticipate seeing yourself at 147?
But I can't really say. I'm just taking it fight by fight. Not really struggling to make weight at all. So right now I'm cool. I can't. Up to 10 years, I don't know.
How much are you enjoying this change? And I'm talking about everything, new environment for you. It's not the ATL anymore. It's Texas, new trainer, being around different fighters. How much are you enjoying this?
I'm enjoying it to the utmost. I needed this. It's like everything is the same but slightly different. Atlanta and Houston, they pretty much cousins. So
Ladies and gentlemen,
Twice Yearly Prep is here. One office visit every 6 months, 2 times a year.
The boxing scene, like I said, I'm over there at Ronnie Shields' gym. You got everybody coming in, everybody already there. Plus, you got the legendary Ronnie Shields. Me and him be talking all the time, pretty much. He's telling me all these old stories about Pernell, Mark, Breland. in Holyfield, a whole bunch of guys, and then boom, I'm going to a trail at 5 in the morning on a Saturday at that. That's about the whole trail packed up with people running. So like it's just the whole community, everybody body pretty much. Everybody just on their money, on their hustle. So it's like, I respect the city.
I like it. I like it. All right. So before we get you out of here, I just want to get the Brian Norman takes on different things. So Rolly Romero, even if Haney and Rolly can't make it happen, what would be Brian Norman's message to Rolly Romero, especially if they will have a future fight?
Sure, that's my dog. We done talked a few times already, man. You already know we can run this thing.
I like it. I like it. Devin Haney, what would be the message? Again, because we had Bill on here and he's already had his list of bad motorcycles, as he said that they put on there, their top 10 Debo list. What would be the message to Bill and Devin Haney?
I like to call myself the God of war, not the God of battle. So let's run this thing again.
I get. What would be the message then to Tim Tszyu, since you've seen Errol and he believes that this is the perfect big name for him and getting him at the right time? What would be the message to Tim Tszyu?
Well, you better be ready, boy. My boy coming to get you, but you finna get 8 towns stumped on, my bad. 8 towns stumped on, but you finna get these beats. You finna get. I'm just playing.
No, pop that shit, damn it, pop it, man.
You, man. Y'all both going to get this little scrappy.
I like it. You got the promoter thing down, bro. You got the promoter thing down. I like it, and I like. It seems as if you're in a good space because you know how it is in boxing. Sometimes the father-son thing, when it doesn't work out the way you want it, it just things can go awry. But it seems like you're in a really good place. Because sometimes when fathers and sons break up in this sport, things can go awry. But it seems like you're in a really good place of peace.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm in control. Like, be real with you, that's how I feel. I feel like I'm in control of everything that's going on. What I feel like doing next, anything. So I'm loving it.
Static on his end on that one.
Look, I've been wanting to do this for a long time.
Salute, man. Salute right there. That boy was staticky towards the end right there, man. The string guard on that joint for them boys, man. Yeah, so salute to that boy Brian Norman Jr., man, for sure, man. Great interview with Brian Custer, man. Brian Custer, a funny motherfucker, man. He funny, man, for sure. Salute to Brian Custer, man. Subscribe to the Last Stand podcast for that content, man, over there for sure. Interesting interview from Brian Norman Jr. right there. He said he's going to be back May 16th, and I'm assuming that if he's fighting May 16th, and of course he's a top-ranked guy, I'm assuming that he's going to be on the Keyshawn Davis versus Nair Albright rematch card in Virginia. So that's my assumption right there for us. Brian Norman Jr.'s comeback May 16th. Interesting perspective about Earl Spence with Ronnie Shields. It's basically saying Earl Spence mental is 100%. And, that was funny right there towards the end, man. Talk about that boy Earl going 8-town stomp Tim Tszyu in this fight, man. He meant that shit. He wasn't playing. He was dead ass right there, man. That shit was funny as hell right there, man, for sure, man. And so definitely, man, definitely waiting to see, who gonna be this next fight for Brian Norman Jr. Most definitely on this comeback at 147. And we'll see what's next for the boy, man. Salute to Brian Norman Jr., man, and Brian Custer for the interview for sure, man. So let's go ahead and get into these Fizzites, man, and we'll open up the panel, man, so we can go ahead and recap these things and, together, you feel me? Ain't too much news in particular. I'll go ahead and tell y'all the latest news that I seen this morning right here. New Zuffa signing this morning with Chris Billiam Smith, cruiserweight right there. So you got Chris Billiam Smith headed to Zuffa right here, man. In the cruiserweight division. So that'll give Ja Opatai another opponent up there for the cruiserweight division. And you got this signing right here. New signing Chris Billiam Smith signing to Zuffa right here. And so that's the only news that we've seen so far this morning in particular that was that I seen that stood out to me 100%. So let's go ahead and get into these Fizzites right here, man. So Of course, Saturday we had the Fury and Mahkmudov card. Of course, man. The card was it was as expected. Everything that went down, how the card was, the results and stuff, as I expected, man. One fight on the prelims that stood out to me was Breon Graham, man. My sister Jack Queen Boxing, she definitely had an interview with him a few months ago. Definitely got a crazy knockout, in this fight, man, for sure. Got a stoppage in his fight, man. So salute to Breon Graham for sure. That was really the only fight that really stood out to me as far as the prelims. The prelims overall was trash. It was trash. The prelims was trash. Let's go ahead and just keep it 100. The prelims was not good. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep it 1,000 wow on the prelims. But we did get all 4 fights on the main card as far as our predictions. Right. We picked Huni, we picked Rick Porhy, we picked Conor Benn, and we picked Tyson Fury. So we did get all 4 of our picks for the fight on the main card, right? And just starting with the main card, on the first fight that was on the main card, man, was Justice Huni versus Frazier Clark. And I talked about it a little bit last night on my cousin Ringwald Boxing podcast last night, where I thought this fight was a real close fight. Justice Huni won by majority decision, but this was a closer fight than what the judges portrayed. And I believe if Justice Huni, if it came down to a close decision, he was going to get the decision because he's the younger guy and they're pushing him more than a Frazier Clark at this point right now than the heavyweight division right now currently. And Frazier Clark, he brought the fight to Justice Huni, man. Had some moments later in the fight where Frazier Clark was winning some of them late rounds, man, where this was a close fight, but Justice Huni ends up getting the majority decision win over Frazier Clark, and he moves on. I said last night, I don't see the ceiling of Justice Huni at the heavyweight division. Like, I don't see like a high ceiling for him, you know what I'm saying, as far as him, being a world champion or even being one of those top dogs 100%. But no, he's an interesting name in the heavyweight division to look out for sure. But I don't see him being a world champion. I don't see Justice Huni beating guys like Moses Atuma or Ajit Cabiel or we seen him fight Fabio Worley. He was beating Fabio Worley throughout that fight, and Fabio Worley stopped him. You know what I mean, in his last fight, man. So I don't see him being a lot of the top guys in the heavyweight division. You know what I'm saying, in my personal opinion, you know what I'm saying? But he is an interesting name for the heavyweight division for sure. So I definitely will say that for sure. So salute to Justice Huni on his win. And we'll see what's next for Justice Huni. I know Justice Huni, he's a Matchroom fighter. I know Matchroom and Justice Huni's team, they having like a back and forth right now as far as his fight deal with them. Apparently Justice Huni was saying that his contract is up and that he's supposed to be a free agent, but Matchroom saying that he has 2 more fights left on the deal. So he got a whole situation with Matchroom as far as his contract, right now with Matchroom right now. So we'll stay tuned in on that situation as far as Justice Huni and Matchroom for sure as well. And let's go to the next fight, man, which Rick Quarry, man. Hey, Rick, did y'all know this guy? He was dating Madonna, bro. I found that out the other day. I was scrolling through Twitter and then they showed this picture. I think my boy Dan the Boxing Man, he showed a picture of him and Madonna. And Madonna was sitting on his lap and talking about Madonna was, they was dating each other a while back, man, which was real interesting. Just to throw that out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, damn, the young boy up here cracking Madonna. Damn, that's crazy right there. So definitely interesting perspective right there. Just throw that out there. But Rick Porry, man, won this fight versus Jamie. I ain't gonna say his last name because I'm gonna jack his last name up, but we just gonna call him Jamie. But he beat the guy Jamie down, man. Stopped him in the 5th round. I had him winning this fight by stoppage, most likely, for sure, man. I had him winning by stoppage because if you look at the resumes, Richard, he been stopping shit. You know what I mean? And then Jamie was coming off a loss going into this fight. With Richard, you know what I'm saying? Which, we talked about that on the show Saturday, you know what I'm saying, when we was giving our, final predictions for these fights, man. So, interesting, situation for Rick Poirier, you know what I'm saying? I know he's ranked in some of the sanctioning bodies for as, the heavyweight division. He does have, the regional title. He has a British title, you know what I'm saying, in the heavyweight division. Of course, he was a cruiserweight guy, where he was real good in the cruiserweight division, but now he's in the heavyweight division campaigning, and I think he's a significant name. I think he's a name to really watch out for as far as the heavyweights, Rick Poirier. You know what I'm saying? We really have to watch out for him because he's nice. He's nice. He got some good skills. He got some power for sure, man. So definitely interested to see what's next for him. You know what I'm saying? I know me and Cuzzo last night on Ring Walk Boxing Podcast, we talked about him and brought his name up for as Moses Atuma, which I think this would be a good fight for Moses Atuma if he was to fight Rick Poirier. Now, Rick Poirier, he is number 12 in the WBO currently right now. And of course, Moses Atuma, he's number 1 contender in the WBO and the WBA. So, Jermaine Franklin, he was at 15 in the WBO. Richard's at 12. I'm pretty sure when the WBO update their rankings, Richard's going to move up in their rankings possibly. So that would be a good fight for Moses Atuma, you know what I'm saying, for him to get some rounds and, give him a test, you know what I'm saying, before he really go after one of those straps in the heavyweight division, you know what I mean? So I would love that fight, even though I believe Moses' next fight most likely may be Philip Hrgovic, because Philip Hrgovic is fighting Dave Allen coming up May 16th. And Philip Hrgovic, in a recent interview, he mentioned that Moses Atuma is one of the names on his contract, his new contract that he has with Queensberry. So I think Moses Atuma and Philip Hrgovic is most likely on the horizon next. But this would be an interesting fight if they was to put this on with Richard right here, man, for sure, man. So salute to Richard, man, for sure, on this 5th round stoppage on this past Saturday, man, and interested to see what's next for this guy for sure. So let's go ahead and get into Mr. Conor Benn versus Regis Prograis, man. Let's get into this conversation, dog. So, of course, Conor Benn beat Regis Prograis by unanimous decision as we expected. We actually expected him to stop Regis Prograis in particular, but he didn't get the stoppage, man. I don't know what it is. And I'm going to tell you right now, and I said this last night too, Conor Benn is like he's a wishy-washy fighter. He's all over the place. Like, he just be all over the place, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? As far as outside the ring and inside the ring, he's a wishy-washy guy. You know what I mean? So I don't see no high ceiling in Conor Benn at all. And him fighting for the first time at 150, you know what I'm saying? Him coming down from fighting 160 in his last 2 fights with Chris Eubank Jr. and coming down to 150, he didn't look good. He didn't look explosive. He didn't look powerful. He looked like he had more power when he was fighting at 160 in the fight with Chris Eubank Jr. in the rematch last year. But he didn't look powerful at all in this fight with, Regis Prograis. Yes, they did have a headbutt where, both of them guys got cut up, but Conor Benn was getting hit with a lot of shots from Regis Prograis in this fight. Regis Prograis was competing. And we're going to talk about Regis in a minute for sure. But Conor Benn, I didn't see nothing special in this fight from Conor Benn at all. You know what I mean? I was expecting him to step on Regis and get a stoppage. And I felt there was opportunities for him to do so. But Conor Benn, I don't know what it's like he playing around in there. I don't know what it is with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? I was never big on Conor Benn ever. You know what I'm saying? Conor Benn is not an elite guy. You know what I'm saying? He's not one of the best fighters from the UK. If he's one of the best guys from the UK, then it tells a lot about the UK, just to, saying in particular. But I don't want to shit on the UK because I got a UK following and I love my UK guys. But in general, with Conor Benn, he's not like that, bro. He's really not like that for real. Like, he's really not like that. You know what I mean? That's just my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? I know some people may think he got some talent, but I don't see it. I don't see anything special about Conor Benn. You know what I'm saying? Regis Prograis was there for him to step. Regis Prograis, we're going to play his interview in a minute too, from after the fight. Regis Prograis was there for him to step. He was supposed to be stepping on Regis, and he couldn't step on Regis for real. Regis, I got to give him 100% credit because, I mean, Regis definitely lied in 4 fucking K before the fight, talking about he wasn't injured when Eddie Hearn was telling us that he was injured going into this fight. And Regis, he comes on and says otherwise after the fight, which I didn't appreciate that. And I already told y'all with Regis, I don't want to hear no excuses from Regis about any injuries after the fight if he really is hurt. And I told y'all that last week. And that shit still stands. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about Regis saying that he had 4 injuries going into this fight. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? Like, I'd rather you not even tell us that. If you told us in 4K before the fight that you wasn't injured, you know what I'm saying? Don't give us the excuse for that shit. You know what I mean? But I will give credit to Regis. He tried to fight his ass off in a fight, you know what I'm saying? And he just couldn't get it done. Regis is not that talented. Regis is not that talented, bro. Regis hasn't been good since he was in that 140-pound tournament with Josh Taylor and them other guys, bro. That's just the simple fact of the matter. Like, Regis hasn't really been that good. Regis was never an elite guy. You know what I'm saying? Just because some of these guys are champions don't mean these guys are elite or they are, great in the sport, bro. You know what I'm saying? I give credit to Regis, you know what I'm saying? Good fighter, you know what I'm saying? But he was never elite. He was never one of those guys to me, in my personal opinion. You know what I mean? Just like Conor Benn. Conor Benn, he's never one of those guys to me. You know what I'm saying? If he was one of those guys, why didn't we hear Conor Benn when he was at 147 doing this thing? Why didn't we hear him say Boots in his name ever? We never heard Conor Benn mention Boots in his name. Y'all let me know in the chat if y'all have, because I've never heard Conor Benn mention Boots in his name ever in my life. You know what I mean? So that's just a little context for y'all to read the room in that situation for us, Conor Benn. You know what I'm saying? But this fight was not a good fight for real, bro, to me. It was cool, but it wasn't crazy. It wasn't nothing spectacular or special about this fight. Zuffa wasted $15 million on Conor Benn to fight in this fight. They totally wasted $15 million. What was the point of Zuffa paying $15 million for Conor Benn to fight Regis Prograis this past Saturday? That's my question for y'all. What was the purpose? Like, it was no purpose at all. You know what I mean? Like, it's no purpose for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was no purpose. Like, I'm still trying. I know they're trying to sow their royal roots out there in the UK, you know what I'm saying, and build a foundation with Zuffa in the UK. But I think it was a total fucking waste. And we know this fight probably fucking took a loss for sure. So, I mean, you already in the hole. If you pay him 15, y'all probably most likely already in the hole fucking with paying him one fighter $15 million already. You know what I mean? like, hey, but hey, this y'all guys, y'all like Zuffa, y'all like Turkey Al Sheikh Seller and all of them guys. Y'all love them boys. Y'all love they dirty draws, man. But it's nasty work, bro, in 4K, bro. And getting to this right here, Mr. Regis Prograis, he announced after the fight that he has officially retired. And hey, I would say this for Regis Prograis. Hey, salute to you. Great career, man. Hope you continue to do the great things that you're doing outside of the ring with the people out there in New Orleans, man. Out there in your city and your state out there in New Orleans and Louisiana, man. Salute to him. He got a book out and everything. So I hope Regis Prograis does, continues to do great things, after, you know what I'm saying, his career is over, man, for sure. So salute to Regis Prograis on his career. You know what I'm saying? Definitely gotta, give him his flowers for, what he contributed to the sport of boxing, man, for sure. But let's go ahead and let me share the screen. And I want to play this shit from Regis Prograis. We got some shit to break down on this shit today. Regis Prograis. There you go. So we already got it ready. Probably be an ad before it, maybe. Nope. Good. Regis Prograis right here.
Lewis Salt for the Ring magazine here with Regis Prograis, 10 rounds tonight with Conor Benn. Guess what's the thoughts and feelings after that fight?
For me, listen, going into this fight, I knew I was gonna retire. This is my last fight. This was my last fight for sure. I knew this months ago. This was gonna be my last fight. I just didn't tell nobody. But I'm not gonna lie, I was terrified going into this fight.
We knew this was gonna be your last fight, most likely, Regis. Just to add context, just to start. Just let's start there. We knew this was gonna be most likely your last fight, my good brother.
The rumors and stuff about me being hurt, that was true. But I was terrified. I didn't know what was gonna hold up. And but my son is right here. I told him, like, when you're scared of something, go through it. You have to go through it when you're terrified of something. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. I wanted to pull out this fight so bad. Like a month ago, I wanted to pull out this fight, but I didn't. And I kept pushing. And I was so terrified. Even today, I was thinking about, pulling out today, the day of the fight. Even yesterday, I was thinking about pulling out, but I went through with it. And I'm so glad that I went through with this fight. And it's just emotional for me, bro, because I knew this would be my last fight. This was a great fight for me to be my last fight. Somebody like Conor Benn, somebody that was strong, somebody that was with an arena like this, 70,000 people in the stadium. I loved it. I couldn't ask for a better going away party. It was perfect, literally perfect. This is a perfect ending to my story.
Stop the presses. Stop the fucking presses. Stop the presses. Stop the presses. Now, I understand the perspective of Regis saying that this was a great last fight for him, great going out party right here. But I would imagine, as most fighters that we've seen in the past, a lot of fighters want to go out with a win. You know what I'm saying? So I would have wanted to see Regis go out and fight an easy fight and get a win and go out as a winner in his career instead of allowing this to be his last fight right here. With a loss to Conor Benn. You know what I mean? That's just my personal opinion.
Don't mind me asking, what was the injury?
Honestly, in camp, I had about 4 injuries. My right hand was messed up. I had an eye injury. My jaw, I had a rib injury. That's 4 right there. And I had a bunch of things, so it was rumors. I knew who spread the rumors too. Yeah. This man right here spread all my rumors around. But it's fine. Look, but
that's what. Hey, now it is fucked up though. The man Eddie Hearn did spilt the rumors out there on some shit. That was fucked up on Eddie Hearn's behalf. They was just like, yeah, Regis is hurt he's entered to the fight. I don't even know how he's going into this fight. And then Regis like, man, Eddie Hearn capping, man, he lying. I ain't injured and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I didn't want to hear. I'd rather Regis not tell us that he was injured at all. Since you told us that you wasn't hurt, you should have stayed with that same shit after the fight, in my personal opinion. You know what I mean?
It held up. I'm not gonna lie, man. Like, nothing I was scared of happened in the ring. Like, all my injuries, literally nothing showed up in the ring at all. Tonight, no injuries at all. I had to worry about nothing.
Yeah, you spoke about about being
aircraft. Bingo. You absolutely right. Absolutely right, Aircraft. Eddie did try to sabotage and diminish the win for Conor Benn with Regis Prograis. He definitely did that in 4K for sure.
Scared and sort of almost having that feeling of pulling out. Did you feel that in the ring? Would you say, like, when you're?
I didn't feel it since I got here. I'm not gonna lie. But when I was coming here, riding, man, even today, my mama right there, I told my mama, man, I want to pull out. I don't want to fight. I'm so scared to fight. I don't want to pull out. I don't want to fight. I want to pull out. She said, man, you're going to regret this. If you pull out, you're going to regret this for the rest of your life. My friend right here, he said, if you pull out, you're going to regret this for the rest of your life. And I would have, and I'm glad I had a fight like this. This was my last fight. Like I said, going into this fight, I knew this was going to be my last fight. But I'm glad I had a fight like this. This for me, this is a perfect storybook ending. You know, it's like I feel like this is you know, Rocky when he fought Antonio Tarver. You know, he just wanted he was the older guy, just wanted to prove what he could do. And for me, I proved what I could do. I went up, somebody supposedly bigger, stronger. We fought in front of 70,000 people in London. I mean, I couldn't ask for a better storybook ending, to be honest. This is the end of my career.
Yeah. So you're saying that was a decision made to retire way before the fight, then?
Way before. I knew this was gonna be my last fight. For me, I knew my next one was gonna be my last fight. I just knew, you know, really after JoJo fight, I feel like I should retire. Everybody was telling me, you retire. But I just went to a gym. I stayed in the gym, stayed training, and something just popped up. And look at what popped up for me. You know, I couldn't ask for a better ending. You know, I have a book out right now. I am having a part 2, and this is the ending to my part 2. It's perfect. And I couldn't, man, like I said, I couldn't even write this a better story for ending for me.
Are you content with your decision now? Because obviously after the Catterall fight, there was like rumors potentially of yourself retiring. Like,
this is it for sure. This is it. I don't want to do it no more. Like I said, I felt like this after JoJo fight. I felt like I should retire, but I feel like I still get a little more left, you know. And so I just don't want, one thing I don't want to do. I don't want to be older with problems. I can still do it, obviously. You know, I can still do it, but emotionally it's hard. So I train in Vegas and my kids live in Texas, and it's hard to keep leaving my kids for different things. So for me, this is, like I said, man, this is a perfect storybook ending, and I officially am retired for sure.
How proud do you think you look back on your career? You know, obviously,
I'll be very proud, bro. I've been to the top. This is, like I said, it's no better thing to do in this. You know, I felt like I mean, I'm very spiritual. I have like visions and stuff like that. I felt like this was gonna happen with me and Conor Benn. You know, I need a fight like this. You know, the younger, bigger, stronger dude going up to fight him. It was it's great, and I think that I'm gonna look back on my career and I'm gonna be very proud. My kids gonna look back and be very proud, and that's why my son right here, I told him, man, look, when you're scared of something, go through. Make sure you go through it. Listen, bro, I was terrified. I'm not gonna lie, I was terrified of fighting. I did not want to fight. I told all my team, I said, look, I do not want to fight. I wanted to pull out as soon as before I got here, I wanted to pull out this fight. The day of the weigh-in, I wanted to pull out. I wanted to pull out today. I was thinking about tripping outside the van and breaking my hand on Netflix. Yeah, on Netflix. I was thinking about just tripping outside the van because my hand is messed up. So I was thinking about doing that, but I'm so glad I didn't do it, bro. I'm so glad I went to 10 rounds with Conor, younger, stronger dude. And like I said, this is perfect ending to my career.
Yeah, just a final message, Regis, to everyone, I guess, that supported you, everyone's been through your career, and I guess everyone here, you know, people that have been there.
I thank everybody, man, for being there and supporting me. I got through boxing. You know, I've been to the top. I made a bunch of money. I did things that nobody thought I was gonna ever do, and I'm proud of myself. If nobody proud of me, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm proud of myself. I'm so proud of myself on what I did, what I accomplished in boxing. And now I definitely can move on to my next phase of my life. And I just thank everybody, man, especially the UK fans, because, you know, I came here 3 times. I mean, I lost 3 times in the UK, but it's fine, man. The people here love me because they know, you know, I'm not gonna give a boring fight. I came here with Josh Taylor. We did a fight of the year contender. Came back with Catterall, and now with Conor Benn. And, you know, I fought in front of big stadiums every time. And I feel like, man, like, I'm just grateful for my career. I'm very grateful for my career, what I did.
Okay, man. Salute, man. To Regis Prograis on his career, man, for sure. The man said that he knew it was going to be his last fight. He thought that the JoJo Diaz fight was going to be his last fight, man. So salute to Regis Prograis, man, on his retirement officially, man. Definitely try to give it his all, you know, throughout injuries and everything, you know, in this last fight with Conor Benn. And salute to Regis Prograis, man, for sure, man. Interested to see what's, you know, next for him. He said he has some part 2 of his book coming out soon. So definitely, man, I'm gonna have to check it out, man. I need to read the first one and then definitely check this part 2 out for sure, man. So salute to Regis Prograis for sure. And after the fight, and salute to my brother Crucial Content in the building, man. I see you in the building, Crucial Content, and my Uncle Cass Sports in the building, man. Uncle Cass Sports in the building as well, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to Uncle Cass Sports. Bet if y'all want to know the history of boxing 100%, subscribe to Uncle Cass Sports. He got you 100% covered. 100% covered, you know what I'm saying? And make sure y'all smash that like button as well, man. Smash that like button. Smash the like button for sure, man. hit the super chat, hit the cash app, man. We here with it, man. We're gonna be opening up this panel very soon. So this was interesting right here with Conor Benn after the fight. You know, Conor Benn after the fight said that belt is mine, tagging Ryan Garcia names, you know, telling Ryan Garcia to keep the belt warm for him right here. And then you had a lot of guys after the fight, you know what I'm saying? You know, looking at the fight, this is Shakur. He basically said he won't even last more than 10 rounds, basically saying that he think he gonna stop Conor Benn. You got Ryan Garcia saying he down, Garcia versus Benn, let's do it. Devin talking about Conor Benn, stay away. Ryan Garcia called him Conor Bum right there, you know what I'm saying? These guys, you know what I'm saying, looking at the man Conor Benn like fool. They looking at that boy like fool right now, man. And of course, Ryan Garcia, like he mentioned, he said, I'm down, Garcia versus Benn, let's do it. And we do got to remember, Conor Benn is the mandatory. He is the number one contender for the WBC title at 147. So we do have to remember that is in play for sure, as far as Conor Benn. And Conor Benn, of course, he only had a one-fight deal with Zuffa, so Conor Benn is officially a free agent right now. You know what I mean? And little report yesterday. This was on Ryan Garcia saying, mark my words, his corner or the ref stops my fight with Conor in 6-7 rounds. So you got Ryan talking about he gonna stop this man Conor Benn in 7 right here. You know what I mean? And this report from Salvador Rodriguez right here, he said Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn on Netflix, August 2026. So he started a rumor out here with a possibility of us seeing Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn on Netflix right here, which is very, very intriguing, very, very intriguing. And it brings me right here to go ahead and share my screen because I want y'all to hear. In fact, did I got the clips? Let me see something real quick. Let me see something. Oh, this Conor Benn right here. So let's hear Conor Benn right here on this clip right here.
Of course he calls me out now. He's a coward. He probably thinks, has Conor looking 147, 150 in 4 years? He weren't calling me out for the past 2 years, was he? Where's he been? While I've been vocal and actively chasing that fight. It's cowardly. But he can get it next, and he'll get a better version of me. I mean, I done what I needed to do in there tonight. I ran out on 6 weeks' notice, a weight I haven't made in 4 years.
Whoa. I need to run that one back real quick. What did he say at the end, dog? Did he say what I just heard him say at the end, dog? Did he just say what I heard, bro? The bit Aircraft said the man beat Regis at 150 on Zuffa on Netflix, and he was the number one contender before. He was the number one contender. I want to say Conor was the number one contender after the Chris Eubank Jr. fight on the rematch. Yeah, let me run this back real quick. Hold on.
Of course he calls me out now. He's a coward. He probably thinks, has Conor looking 147, 150 in 4 years? He weren't calling me out for the past 2 years, was he? Where's he been? While I've been vocal and actively chasing that fight. It's cowardly. But he can get it next, and he'll get a better version of me. I mean, I done what I needed to do in there tonight. I ran out on 6 weeks' notice, a weight I haven't made in 4 years.
So he calls Ryan Garcia a coward because Ryan Garcia is talking about fighting him now and talking about he's been pushing for the fight for the last 4 years and thinking that people's looking at him that he didn't look good in this fight with Regis Prograis and said that he come out on 6 weeks notice. Bro, this fight was locked in before 6 weeks, my dog. Like, come on, Conor. You just capped right there, bro. Like, that was just cap. You knew about this fight damn near 3 months. They've been building this fight for like 3 months, bro. Like 2.5 months at the max. Like, come on, dog.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap. No bullshit, bro.
Like, he gotta stop the cap, dog. Like that I felt like that was pure bullshit right there. And he don't talk about 6 week. No, come on, bro. You miss me with the bullshit right there, Conor, right here. This is the type shit right here that people don't like, you know what I'm saying, from Conor Benn right here. This is exactly the exact reason right here. The exact reason right here. Shit like that right there. And I wanted to play this. Let's play Keith Conley real quick, because I want y'all to hear Keith Conley in this interview that he did with Ring, which I found this interview real intriguing right here. Really intriguing.
Next level dog people give their dogs next level protection with NexGard Plus. One and done monthly parasite protection against fleas, ticks, heartworm disease, roundworms, and hookworms. Used with caution in dogs with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. Get next level protection with NexGard Plus.
Hit that like button, hit that like button.
Lewis Hart for the Ring magazine. Delighted today to be joined with Keith Connolly here after Conor Benn's victory over Regis Prograis on the chief support to Tyson Fury, Arsenal Mahkmudov in Tottenham Hotspur. Keith, appreciate the time. What did you make of Conor's performance today?
I thought it was a great performance. We were in there with a two-time former world champion, rugged guy, never been knocked out. You saw why he's never been knocked out. He took some big punishment from Conor to the body, to the head, but he hung in there. I thought it was a dominant win for Conor. I thought he won every single round. Maybe he lost one round when he got the second cut, which was pretty bad. Dominant? He needed to adjust and, clear his head and get back to the corner and let the cut man work on it before he went back to work. But I thought it was a dominating performance.
Yeah. Do you feel like there was pressure on him? Like
Keith Conley, boy. Keith Conley, that man that Keith Conley is definitely that car salesman that's, manipulative and finessing like a motherfucker, bro. Like, he's one of those guys, bro. That's Keith Conley right there.
Fans, especially go the distance, when they see him go the distance, someone like Prograis, they're going to sort of jump on him and whatnot. Did you feel like there was pressure on his performance tonight, given, I guess, the last sort of few months or so?
Well, there's always pressure on these fighters, especially when you're fighting in front of 50, 60,000 people and you're on Netflix with 10 to 20 million people watching you. And Conor is a star. He's a global star now. So there's always going to be pressure on a guy like him, and he's going to put a lot of pressure on himself because that's the type of person he is. But again, I thought he performed.
Conor ain't no Conor's a star in the UK. He ain't no motherfucking global star. Stop the cap, Keith Conley. That's why I told you he that car salesman. He's that type of guy, man.
Great. I thought he really beat up Prograis, but again, Prograis a tough former world champion, and he showed you why he was a champion or a former world champion, and he showed you why he's never been knocked out. He's a tough character, he's a crafty guy, and he took a lot of punishment from Conor. I give him all the credit in the world.
Was you surprised by how crafty he was in there? Like, Conor admitted it. Like, was you surprised?
I was. Honestly, I didn't think he was going to be able to take those punches from Conor, so I was very impressed with how crafty he was, but also the type of chin he had and the type of shots he took to the body. I mean, there was a couple times where he was really hurt, but he was able to regroup and make it through the fight.
Yeah. Ryan Garcia called him out after the fight. For you, is that like the likely next option, especially with his WBC position?
Well, that's the fight Conor wants. He's always wanted the WBC title. And of course, we want the mega fights. That's what Conor's in it for. And that's what my job is to do, to deliver the big fights for Conor. And I'll start working on that next week.
Yeah. Well, obviously, a major pressing topic in the build-up of this fight was the move to Zuffa Boxing. I guess from your end, like, sort of how did it come about?
So Keith Conley said that he's going to try to work on the Conor Benn versus Ryan Garcia fight starting next week. So we'll see what's going on with this Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn fight. They rumoring it for us it to be in August. So we'll see.
Now and the move to Zuffa, I guess what stands now of it potentially being obviously a one-fight deal?
Well, I mean, next week I'm going to get back to work. I know there was a lot of noise in the past. I don't want to get in all the back and forth that's been in the press. That's not my job. My job is to work for Conor Benn and to get him the best possible deals possible and the best fight. So that's all in the past right now. I'm ready to look forward, and I'll be on the phone Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday with networks, with Ryan Garcia's people, and all the interested parties that can make the fight.
Yeah. Would the preferred option be Zuffa for a multi-deal, would you say?
Well, I mean, they were great to us. They gave us a tremendous deal. Nothing bad to say about them. In fact, I have everything good to say about them. Zuffa, Dana White, Netflix, and of course, my good friend Nick Khan. Nick Khan is obviously a legendary business executive, but more important, he's a great human being. He's fair. And like I said, we did great business with them. We will sit down with them, but we'll also see what's out there, right? Conor's a free agent. It was a one-fight deal, but the target will be to fight Ryan Garcia. Yeah. And again, everything else is in the past and looking to move forward.
Yeah. Keith, whilst I've interviewed, I'd be silly not to ask you about Eddie Hearn. He's made numerous comments about yourself on interviews for the past few months. Obviously started, I don't know, I guess when it started, but obviously he was upset after the Richardson Hitchin fight against George Kambosos. He's been even more upset after the Conor Benn fight. Said a lot about yourself, about, you know, I don't want to sort of name call, but he's name calling as well. I guess what have you made of it, and I guess the relationship between yourself and Eddie Hearn?
Well, listen, I've known Eddie Hearn for 8 years. We've done a lot of good business. Of course, we're on opposite sides of the business table, so we're going to go at each other's throats every once in a while. And he said some negative things about me. I'm not going to say anything negative about him. I'm not looking to go below the belt, you know, play in the mud right now. Obviously, there were things that promoters do to managers do to promoters, because they're looking to get the best deal for themselves. That's just the business. That's the reality. So I'm not looking to be negative, say anything bad about Eddie Hearn. He's done a great job for boxing, and it's just an unfortunate incident. And there's always a way.
So you guys are just like State Farm, right?
Back and things, especially in boxing, there's always a way to get back together. But I'm not going to sit here and go back and forth. That's just not the type of person I am. I think everybody knows me. I take care of my business privately, and I take care of my problems privately. Yeah. So we can always sit down and hash things out. And if he doesn't want to do that, that's fine too. I'm just going to continue to make deals for my guys with promoters and directly with networks as well.
Yeah. But is the relationship between yourself and him, and he said specifically DAZN as well, is that dead, would you say?
No, I don't believe that at all. I just did a deal for Filip Hrgović, who was a free agent, to fight on DAZN. So, I mean, listen, I'm not going to get into all that.
He just said Filip Hrgović is a free agent, but Filip Hrgović said that he signed on another contract with Queensberry. So that's interesting right there.
I have made deals directly with networks. I believe I could still do that with my big name fighters with any network out there. That's not going to be my concern. But again, I don't like to look in the rear view mirror. I'm always looking ahead to see what the next move is. And if he wants to do business with me in the future, or if I want to do business with him, it works both ways, by the way. If it makes sense for both of us, we'll sit down and do it. But again, I have to do what's best for my guys. And that's get the best matchups, make the most money. And I'm not out here to hurt anybody, to talk badly about them, but it's an unfortunate situation. But like I said, in boxing, there's always a way back, and we'll see what happens in the future. But I have nothing negative to say about anybody. I'm just looking to move forward here, and you'll see some big things and some big deals coming out from my guys.
Teofimo Lopez was there tonight as well. What is the status of him in Top Rank? Can you confirm if he's a free agent or not? I guess, what's the deal with Teo and his deal with Top Rank?
Well, right now we control Teo's career. Myself, Teo, co-manager Mike Barreo, and Teofimo Sr., his trainer / manager as well. The management team and Teo, we control his career. We make the decisions. Top Rank did a great job with Teofimo Lopez. Again, they built him up. They did great things. There's a lot of great people over at that company. And again, that's another company I'm sure I'll do business with in the future. But as of right now, Tio runs his career, and we'll be probably making a decision in the next few weeks about what his next move is.
Okay.
So he confirmed Teofimo Lopez is a free agent, which I told y'all a few days ago that Teofimo Lopez is not with Top Rank anymore. He is officially a free agent now.
I wanted to ask about Edgar Berlanga and Richardson Hitchens as well. Obviously, Hitchens had the unfortunate incident of pulling out on the day of the Oscar Duarte fight. I guess sort of the noise since then, I guess the decision for him to end up signing with Zuffa. I guess talk me through that.
One had nothing to do with the other.
Yeah.
There's a lot of false narratives on Twitter that he pulled out because he was signing with Zuffa. I mean, that's total BS. Yeah. I mean, the kid had a 10 or 12 week training camp. He had the best training camp of his life. I think the week before the fight, he had one session where he did 19 4-minute rounds in sparring. He made weight, and then he made weight Saturday morning. Then he ate and he got sick. Did he get sick from the food? Maybe. Did he get sick from losing all the weight? Maybe. We're not doctors. It's impossible to know why he vomited, but he vomited several times on fight day, and we made the decision that he just wasn't well enough to fight. But he was pumped up. He was a 5-1 favorite. He was actually during fight week predicting he was going to knock out Duarte. He said, I'm going to go for the knockout. So there was no fear. That whole narrative that he pulled out because he was scared was ridiculous, because when Duarte's name was brought up to us, he said, get me that guy. He said yes immediately. So, but again, it's to be expected. Twitter, there's always false narratives out there. You never get the real story. And that's great because, you have people talking, I guess, right? And it causes controversy.
Stop the bullshit, Keith Conley, bro. Talking about he said Africa vomited several times the day of the fight and said that he wasn't well enough to fight, bro. I'm still not jacking that fucking excuse, bro. I'm just gonna be real. I'm not jacking the excuse. I think the excuse was bullshit right there. It's pure bullshit. I'm not going with that shit, bro. I'm not jacking it. That shit cat, bro. That shit cat, man. Josh Sanders, salute my dog, man.
But very few times will we get the truth from Twitter.
Yeah. Will he be staying at 140 with his IBF?
Well, he has the purse bid coming up for Delgado. We're talking directly with Top Rank, trying to make a deal with them. We'll see if we can make a deal or if it goes to purse bid. We also have plans to do a big fight, actually, at 147 later this year, hopefully on a ring card. I mean, that's the plan. So there's two different thought processes. Does he move up now and get one fight in at 147 to get acclimated to the weight and then do the big fight at 147, or defend his title at 140? We'll see how negotiations go with Top Rank, and we'll see what happens here in the next 2 weeks.
The final question from
he gonna end up vacating that strap. Africa, Richardson Hitchens versus Lindolfo Delgado. I don't see it happening. And I kind of told y'all the other day when we announced that he had the purse bid with Delgado for April 21st that I don't see that fight happening. That's just me. I just don't see him fighting at 140, bro. I thought that his whole initial thoughts was to have that fight with Oscar Duarte and move up to 147 immediately. But we're going to end up seeing Richard end up vacating this IBF title and going up to 147. Well, not even 147, since he had Zuffa, he'll be fighting at 150. So we're going to see Africa be at 150 with Zuffa, man, most definitely. And an interesting factor of him, talking about him going to 147 and fighting on the ring card. You know what I'm saying? So what they're going to do, they're going to try to have these guys like Berlanga and Africa fight on ring cards and not fight on the Friday or Sunday night cards for Zuffa. Like, that's another interesting factor right there too. You know what I'm saying? Like,
for myself, Alicia Baumgartner returns next week.
Now, listen to this right here. Now, this right here, this fucked me up. When I heard this fucked me up. We're going to talk about this. Listen to this right here, what he says. Because I did not know that Keith Conley was Alicia Baumgartner's manager until the other day. I didn't know that. You know what I'm saying? Which is, I think he's been our manager for a while. But I did not know that. So listen to what he says about Alicia Baumgartner. And this shit fucked me up right here.
Against Bomi Ray Shin. Caroline Dubois was pretty quick to call her out and say a lot of things about her. from your view, like, is there a view to make that fight with Alicia and Caroline?
Well, there's always a way to make a fight, right? If that's going to be next, I'm not sure. She wants Amanda Serrano or Katie Taylor next. I think Amanda Serrano is the most likely big fight that she could.
I told y'all. I said that I believe that Amanda Serrano is a name that Alicia has on her MVP contract. And we know Alicia, she fights this Friday, April 17th. And Amanda Serrano, she's back in action May 30th as the co-main to Stephanie Hahn and Holly Holm rematch fight that's happening with MVP. Like, I think MVP may have that on the horizon with Amanda Serrano and Alicia Baumgartner right there. And Keith Conley just told us that, she's looking to fight Amanda Serrano or Katie Taylor next. That's what she's looking for.
But again, I'm the type of manager that I don't like to look behind, look backwards, but I also don't want to look ahead. I want her to get past next Friday. She's in with a tough opponent, even though a lot of people don't really know a lot about her. She's a very tough opponent. And then after that, we'll all sit down, myself, Sam, her lawyer / co-manager, Alicia, MVP, but she's looking to get big fights. I mean, she hasn't gotten the big fight, not because of her. People haven't wanted to fight Alicia, and she wants Serrano and Katie Taylor. But I'm sure the Caroline Dubois fight will happen at some point in time. But personally, from a financial perspective and a business perspective, you want to build that fight up a little bit more because it'll be worth more down the road. It's not that she's worried about beating her, or it's not that she won't beat her. It's that it has to make financial sense, and that will be a big fight at some time. I just think that's probably 1.5 to 2 years away before it's really, really big.
Whoa, stop the fucking presses. Hold up, man. I want y'all to hear that last few words back right here.
Won't beat her. It's that it has to make financial sense, and that will be a big fight at some time. I just think that's probably 1.5 to 2 years away before it's really, really big.
Brilliant.
No. Stop the presses. No. Now, y'all know my opinion. I told y'all before. Yes, I do believe MVP, they're marinating this fight with Alicia Baumgartner and Caroline Dubois. And I've been on record saying that I believe that fight is like a 2027 type fight. It's not a 2026 fight because both ladies got business to handle, you know what I'm saying, currently. You know what I'm saying? So that's my personal opinion. But Keith Conley talking about 1.5, 2 years down the line, that was interesting. I don't believe in that. I don't think this is a 2028 type of fight. Or, you know what I'm saying? I just don't see that. You know what I'm saying? Now, 2027, yes. If you want to say from now from April 13th till 2027, if it's in the summer next year or in the fall next year, the fourth quarter, you know what I'm saying? Now we're talking like that. Yes, that's appropriate. But these ladies, if they build on how I believe they're gonna build for us, I think Caroline Dubois, I believe she can beat Elise Turhan and Stephanie Hahn. I think she can beat both of those ladies, but we want to see those matchups because both of those ladies, Turhan and Hahn, both of them are champions at 135 for the women's as well. So we want to see those fight for Caroline. Like, we would love to see Alicia and Amanda Serrano get it cracking. That's a fight a lot of fans been asking for us, the women, for a while as well. You know what I mean? So definitely, I think that MVP is doing a great job by marinating this fight, turning this fight into a super fight. You know what I'm saying? In particular, hopefully both of these ladies in the fights that they have before they fight each other, they continue to win. But in a bigger perspective, this is something that I think Alicia kind of wants, in a sense. I believe Alicia wants Caroline Dubois to become undisputed at 135. Then she comes up to 135 and challenges Dubois for her undisputed titles. I think that's a move that I think Alicia is looking at it in a sense. You know what I'm saying? Where the MVP, they're growing that fight. They're marinating that fight. They're going to make that fight happen because with those two names attached to each other around, the same weight classes, them ladies are going to fight each other eventually. They are definitely going to fight each other eventually for sure, man. So, but 2 years, like 2028, nah, man, I ain't feeling that. I don't want not 28. Not 28, man. Nah, man. That's too long. 2027 is appropriate. You know what I'm saying? Let it marinate to 2027. Let's get this cracking. Salute to my brother, the Boxing Source in the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to my brother, the Boxing Source in the building. You know what I'm saying? He said, yeah, Han versus Dubois and the unification works for MVPW. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? That fight, you got Stephanie Han about to fight Holly Holm coming up May 30th. And then you got Elise Turhan. No, she just fought recently, and she just called Carolina out. She just called her out literally on her Instagram story literally 2-3 days ago. You know what I'm saying? So I think the Elise Turhan fight for Carolina Blah, I think that's a big fight right there for Carolina. I think that'd be a good fight. Turhan, she got power. You know what I'm saying? She's 13-0 with 8 knockouts. Like, that'd be a good test for Carolina Dubois right there. A great test. My boy Josh Sanders says MVP will not allow Alicia to have Serrano. Never. I don't know. I think that's in the works, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I think Amanda Serrano wants a big payday fight before she ends up, going off to the sunset as well, man, for sure. You know what I mean? My brother Eric has said that we got to get back to marinating fights because they forcing bad fights we don't want. Yeah, exactly. It like in certain cases, like a case like we're gonna talk about it with AJ and Fury. That's a fight that's marinated for so long to where now we we need to get this fight now with AJ and Fury. You know what I'm saying? Like some fights, like a Earl Spence and Jermell Charlo right now with both of these guys in their careers. Like, I feel like I would love if they fought each other right now instead of Earl Spence fighting Tim Tszyu, even though I believe Earl Spence can beat Tim Tszyu in this fight, you know what I'm saying, on the comeback in a sense. You know what I mean? But I think a fight like that, like, just had them boys fight, right then. Like Jamal Charlo, Caleb Plant, like those guys, PBC try to have them on the card, fighting each other. Fight the winners if they won their prospective fights, fight the winners on that fight, and then Plant lost to Resendez. You know what I'm saying? Like that messed up that situation. Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua, when they both had 2 heavyweight fights on the same card a couple years ago, where Deontay lost his fight to Zane. Daggone, what's the name? It won his fight. Anthony Joshua won his fight. It messed up that fight. You know what I mean? So it is in different cases for us, the men. Now the women, it's not that many stars for the women. So the women, they gotta they have to marinate some of these fights for the women because it's not that many names than the men in particular. You know what I mean? Bosasaur says Serrano will fight Alicia or Tierra Brown. Yeah. And Tierra Brown, she's at 126. She's a champion up there, so I can see Serrano with Tierra Brown, and I can definitely see her with Alicia. I see the Alicia fight. I think Alicia is a bigger fight than Tierra Brown in particular. You know what I mean? In my opinion, Josh Henderson said, I don't think it would be Alicia Jesu at this point in Serrano's career. Now it wouldn't be wise to fight Alicia, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, that's I think Serrano, Serrano, man, they ain't ducking no smoke. You know what I'm saying? She ain't ducking no smoke, man. You know what I'm saying? But Tierra Brown, definitely. I mean, she's at 126, so it makes sense for sure for that fight as well. Like I said before, for sure. Yeah, man. So let's go and get into Fury, man. Let's get into this Fury situation, bro. This was crazy. Crazy from the man Fury. So, like I mentioned before, just to add a little context, with Conor Benn, Ryan Garcia, Conor Benn possibly on the horizon. You just heard Keith Conley speak and said that he's most likely going to get on the phone with Ryan's team and everyone that's involved on putting on that fight in particular. Turki Al-Sheikh has interest far as Ryan's next fight, far as putting on his next fight in particular for sure. So we shall see, man. We shall see. We shall see. So let's go ahead and talk about Mr. Tyson Fury, man. Then we can open up this panel, man. Let me get the graphic. All right there. All right, so of course, man, Tyson Fury wins by unanimous decision over Mahkmudov in an ugly fight. In an ugly fight, in my opinion. Mahkmudov, he should be a wrestler, bro. He needs to join WWE. Mahkmudov needs to join WWE. He is more a fucking wrestler than a boxer right now, man. This is my personal opinion, man. Salute to my boy Manny VTV in the building, man. Salute to my dog Manny, man. What's good, my brother? And yeah, man, Tyson Fury, bro. You know what I'm saying? This was a fight for the win. I picked Tyson Fury to win this fight. I was hopeful for him to stop Mahkmudov at one point, but Tyson Fury be in the ring playing around a little bit too much in there for me at times, man. He be playing around, admiring his work and everything, you know what I'm saying? But I think he was choosing. He wanted to get some rounds in because he hasn't fought in a while since he lost to Usyk in that last fight. So he got him some rounds in, and he looked sharp in some moments and stuff. He was outboxing Mahkmudov, clearing the fight, putting him in choke holds and shit. This was an ugly fight, man. But the fight was as I expected. It wasn't too much out of this fight from Tyson Fury. We knew he was going to get the win. And salute to my brother Dean by any means in the building, man. Salute to my family, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to my brother Dean by any means as well, man. Doing great work on the channel, man. That's family right there for sure, you heard. And let's play this clip, man. Let's go and play this clip from Mr. Tyson Fury right here, man, which was nasty work, man. Nasty work right here.
Anthony Joshua. Let's give the fight fans what they want. The Battle of Britain. And here's my challenge. I challenge you, Anthony Joshua, to fight me, the Gypsy King, next. Come on, you big shithouse. Are you going to fight tonight?
Tyson, you're a clout chaser. Tyson, I've never had no problem getting in the ring with you. I punched you up when we were kids. And after watching you here tonight, I'll punch you up again. With all due respect, tonight is your night. And you know I'll sit across that ring from you in due time. You ain't going to tell me what to do. I've been chasing you for the last 10 years. When you're ready, you come and see me and tell me your terms and conditions, and I'll have you in the ring when I'm ready. I'm the boss. I'm the boss. You work for me. I'm the landlord. Remember that.
Boy, that boy AJ told that man, I'm the landlord. Remember that. You got to pay me rent. You know what I'm saying? Hey, boy, that boy AJ was popping that shit, man. Son and Anthony Joshua tell her like, yo, I've been chasing you for 10 years. You know what I'm saying? You a clout chaser. You over here clout chasing right here. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So that boy AJ at that boy Tyson Fury neck. No, Tyson Fury, of course, and now let's put this in perspective, because I've seen people out there putting this narrative, talk about AJ's ducking Fury. AJ's not ducking Fury. We gotta have the context, bro, of Eddie Hearn in recent interviews letting it be known that AJ's going to have a tune-up, and then they're going to be looking forward to the Fury fight. Yes, he had an interview last week after the Xander and Boots press conference where Eddie Hearn mentioned that they would love for Deontay Wilder to be the tune-up, and thinking that they'll stop Wilder in 3 rounds type shit and then go into, the Fury fight, that's not stamped. Like, Wilder Joshua is not a stamped fight. That fight is not locked in or whatsoever. It ain't being negotiated. I don't see that fight being next. I think Joshua was going to fight a different opponent for his tune-up fight, you know what I'm saying, coming back before he fights Fury. And we got to remember the context of Turkey Al-Sheikh, or what he said on his tweet. Let's bring up the tweet right here. You know what I'm saying? And go to the bottom of the tweet where he says his plan, saying that they're finalizing Canelo and Riyadh season for September, planning to do 2 fights with Anthony Joshua and another for Tyson Fury and another for Ryan Garcia in the second half. This is his schedule for the year. So he's saying 2 fights for Anthony Joshua, as we just mentioned, a tune-up. Then Tyson Fury. He just did Fury Mahkmudov. That second fight for Fury would be Anthony Joshua. So, and even if y'all date back to an interview Turkey Al-Sheikh did, months ago, where he said he's looking to get Tyson Fury and AJ 2 tune-up fights, give both of these guys a tune-up fight each, and then put them in the ring together. That's been Turkey Al-Sheikh plan as far as these 2 guys in particular the whole entire time, to have these 2 guys have a tune-up and then put them in the ring together. So the whole narrative of AJ ducking, Tyson Fury is cap. Like, he's not ducking him, not whatsoever at all. You know what I mean? And let's go ahead and play. We got some more content from this situation right here. Let's go ahead and play Mr. Tyson Fury right here.
Anthony Joshua next, the big shithouse. He's there ringside, he won't say yes. Terrified, shaking his boots, the box snap off him and knock him out cold. Come on, accept my challenge, you big shithouse doffer. Get up!
And you got to say this. A lot of this narrative is being pushed upon from Tyson Fury too, and some of his fan base is running with this shit and pushing that narrative out there. You know what I'm saying? And Tyson Fury knows the plan from Turkey and knows that these guys was going to have a tune-up before they fight each other. He knows that. You know what I mean? But I did see my brother Bossasaurus talk about Tyson Fury doing it for his show, doing all of this for his Netflix show, which makes 100% sense to me. It makes a lot of sense to me, that, he's definitely doing that for sure, man. And salute to my boy Isaiah, what you doing in the building, man, and my brother Shell, man. Salute to my dog, man. Yeah, man. So it definitely, AJ's not ducking Tyson Fury not one bit, man. And let's listen to AJ right here.
Make the big fights. That's what I said to him. He works for me. If he's serious, you'll see him in the ring. I'm a very serious person. You'll see me in the ring 100%, whether it's against him or not. I like his fighting style. I think he's good, but I don't think he'll be able to cope with me.
So you got AJ right there. AJ said he gonna be in the ring with Fury on his time. You know what I'm saying? And I see that AJ, is AJ the A side in this fight? Y'all, that's a good question. Is AJ the A side in this fight? What y'all think? Y'all let me know. Y'all think AJ is the A side in this fight right here with Anthony with Tyson Fury? Let me do something real quick. Over. We're gonna put a poll up on this. Right there. We're gonna create a poll right there. Y'all let me know, man. Y'all let me know what the poll at the bottom is. AJ the A side over Fury, man. And let's play this clip from Fury right here.
I'm not interested in Daniel Dubois. I'm not interested in Moses. I'm not interested in all these guys. They're all great fighters, yeah? And I wish them all the best of luck in the world. But I want to fight Anthony Joshua. That's it. I'm not. Or if AJ don't want it, then let's get Usyk in the trilogy. But I need some fucking fair play.
So you got Fury saying that if he don't get the AJ fight, he's looking at Usyk still. And which is, me personally, I'm going to be honest. I don't care to see Fury fight Usyk for the third time. He still believes that he won both of those fights, which is like he's literally delusional as hell. Like, I don't see it at all. I just don't see it at all. And salute to my sister, 2 Cents Boxing in the building. Make sure y'all subscribe to my sister, 2 Cents Boxing, man, for sure. You feel me? Let me go ahead and open up the panel, man. Go ahead and open this panel up. Come chop it up with your boy. And we can talk about these fights. And I got a clip for Boots and Xander for sure. I mean, let me pin the link. Link pin to the top, man. The panel is open, man. Y'all can pull up and come talk this boxing with your boy, man, for sure. You heard? And I'm gonna read some comments until then, till y'all pull up. My boy Boston Source said Fury doing this for his Netflix show. Yeah, absolutely, for sure. T Hill said this is scripted. Eric said the AJ duck. Yeah, bro. I don't think it's a duck, man. I don't think Fury is being ducked by AJ whatsoever at all. I don't see it. Eric Crash said, let's be clear, AJ run boxing in the UK. Yeah, he's like definitely that guy. He's definitely that guy for sure. I believe the UK, I believe AJ is the A side over Fury. That's just my personal opinion. My personal opinion for sure. Turkey said that he would have Joshua and Wembley before Fury did that call out. Absolutely. That's why I said they're going to make the fighters happen. They got to follow the plan, man. The plan is always been both of these guys have a tune up and then they fight each other. You know what I mean? Aircraft said, I'm going to go a step further. AJ run boxing in Europe. Oh, shit. Okay. Okay. Shit. Damn. Okay. Said the biggest draw in Eastern Aircraft. You going crazy. And Shell said, still ducking Wilder. Duh. Even though I think AJ beats him now that he is out of his prime. Man, hey. Man, that's tough, bro. Wilder, I still would love to see Wilder and AJ. I just don't see it happening right now, man. I think Wilder, the man, what's the name? It popped out on Chisora. He popped out and said that he coming out of retirement, that he wants to rematch with Wilder. You know what I mean? So that's an interesting perspective right there. You know what I mean? Which is, I don't know. We may get a rematch of those guys. Boston Source said AJ is in a completely different tax bracket. Absolutely. Said sells out Wembley, Tottenham, O2, or whatever stadium in London with no problems. Yes, and this fight with AJ and Fury. This is a fight that the UK been clamoring for years, and we need to see that fight. Like, we need to see that fight, man. We definitely need to see that fight. T Hill, what's good, my brother? What's popping with you?
Man, you been up here cooking like a motherfucker, dog. I'm gonna start calling you Chef Boy RC, dog, or Boy RC. And absolutely, you should tell that nigga James, I'm sorry, my good brother James, aka the Boxing Source, to come on and click that link, man. He can come up here and help us build, man. He be having a spill, and we would love to share and bang. Well, I won't say it that way, but discuss this boxing talk, man, with people who actually want to talk boxing instead of people who want to push narratives. So come on, Boxing Source, go on and hit that link.
Absolutely, man. You welcome, man. Everybody's welcome, man. No new friends. If I don't know you, you're not coming on. But Boxing Source, hell yeah, man. Boxing Source, if he got time, man, I don't know if he busy, he just chilling or whatsoever, man, for sure. Salute to my guy, Boxing Source. Make sure y'all subscribe to his channel, man. Most definitely doing amazing work on his channel, man. And definitely check out his website as well, man. Definitely one of the best, journalists in the game for us boxing, man, for sure, man. So
Yeah, he be in them streets for sure. He definitely be in them streets. He's solid, and he don't be capping. You know, that's the one thing I like about him. Even people that he root for, he'll tell the truth about. So with that, man, we got respect in the building.
Right now, he listening in. Get salute, man, for sure, man. Yeah, man. So what you think about, Fury, Fury and AJ, and what you think about Conor Benn possibly with Ryan Garcia, man, for August 2026? What you think about it?
Man, honestly, Conor Benn, he's at Zuffa. That's the only thing I think about him. I think that him being at Zuffa, that fight ain't legit unless he's going back over to Matchroom. And then they can talk because they got that conglomerate issue over there where, they all operating under one business model so they can make the fight happen. I want that to be stated because all of this, like I've been saying from the jump, is a direct attack at a certain entity. And, it ain't just gonna stop there. But, I ain't mad at a fight ever being made. It's an interesting fight, and the fact that you really get to see what Conor Benn gonna be made of, because I think he gets sparked, and I think it's gonna be relatively easy and early. I'm not a real big fan of Conor Benn. I've never been a big fan of him. He was in a division under a promotional banner with the ninja name Boots and never once said his name. Say my name, say my name. Never once did he say his name, man. We need a Beyonce up in there or something. And if not a Beyonce, it most definitely worked it. Because we need somebody to say Boots' name. Finally, we got Xander, so shout out to that brother. But yeah, Boots, Ben never really been anything. The only thing he has as a claim to fame is one hell of a fight with a depleted Chris Eubanks, and then, winning the second one where, it probably was even more taxing for him to make the fight because he shouldn't have made the first. Ryan got unfinished business with two fighters in particular, one from a loss, the other one from a court case loss. And, I think you need to make both of them right. I think there's also other fights for him. There are other champions besides just Devin and Rowley that's there. There's another champion there. And then there's some other decent fights that he can make at that with besides going the Zuffa route. But it is what it is, man. We get what we get nowadays because of fans and the things that they do. As far as the Tyson Joshua stuff, that was set up from the beginning, man. You could read it. I jokingly said Wilder or who else I say, but I knew it was about to be them. Them dudes is transparent, even though they try to be like they're not transparent. And the people who support them, they really only support them because it's the anti-other agent that we are speaking of that everybody is seemingly banding up against. So that's how I feel about that. I would love to see the fight because it's a big fight for boxing as far as context. Joshua Fury, Joshua Wilder would still be the only two left for Joshua. I think he's fought pretty much everybody else, and he's handled himself pretty damn respectably in most of those fights. I'm not mad at the fight. I don't like Tyson. I don't make no bones about it. I think he's a flat out cheater. I think of all cheaters, he is the clear and obvious cheater, and yet he has nothing attributed to his name but some floppy ass gloves and some faulty ass 10 counts. So with that, man, that's all I got to really say about him. He is a good boxer, though. He can box his tail off, and he does some crafty, sneaky stuff. He'll hit you while he's holding you and all types of stuff, and he'll get away with it. But when you are the A side, he is the C side. And when I mean that, he will cheat your ass by any means necessary. Shout out to my brother Dean. If he's still in the building, shout out to Dean. So that's how I feel about Joshua Fury. I'm down for it. I just would advise Joshua to make sure that they closely inspect everything and don't open up no waters that you didn't get yourself. Because, Them Mickey Frickies over there, they gypsy lovers for sure.
Oh man, for sure. And let me salute to my brother Zach B, man. Said that he just got the new keys to his new house, man, and moving starts now, man. Salute to him. Congratulations on the new spot, man, for sure, man. Definitely best news I've heard today, man, for sure. Salute to Zach B and congratulations, bro, on the new spot, man, the new house, man, for sure. And salute to my brother, Mr. Arthur Rizek in the building, man. Cincinnati is in the building, my brother, man, for sure. You heard, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, aircraft, yeah. Boots, Conor Benn has never mentioned Boots' name since Boots was at Matchroom at 147 and he was at 147. I've never heard in my life Conor Benn mention Boots in his name. He's mentioned everybody else's name but Boots in this, man. So that's definitely something that I mentioned earlier too as well. Just like my brother T Hill for sure, man. Salute to my sister 2 Cents Boxing in the building. What's good, sis?
What's up, y'all? Let me know if y'all can hear me. I'm out here finishing up my workout, so I don't know if the wind blowing in my.
Oh yeah, we can hear you. We can hear you pretty good. We can hear you pretty good.
Okay. What's up? I like the morning show, Cam. You gonna keep it up?
Yeah, man. We active. We active, sis. We active.
You come to a nice little time slot in the morning.
Yeah, definitely.
Tyson. So that's my question, right? We see, like, how do y'all feel about the event that Netflix put on this weekend?
If I had
like, if you would say us 1 to 10, 10 being the highest,
like 1 to 10, I'll say it was like a 6. It was like a 6, maybe a 5.5. Like it was everything I expected. It was a lackluster card.
Okay.
So it wasn't. I didn't expect it to be nothing, crazy for this card for sure. It's about a 6.
So it's comparable with, like, you would say it's probably like comparable with, like, the last PBC card.
I thought the last one was better. I thought Fundora Thurman card was better than that.
Okay. And my next question is, like, I'm trying to figure out Netflix putting on Tyson Fury and all of this other stuff and Conor Benn. How is that appealing to the American market? Are they kind of like Xing us out? You get what I'm saying? Like, it's weird because it's a lot of focus on these UK fighters, and the UK fighters, like, if we're honest, they're just not the caliber of the American fighters. They're not. And I think since Conor Benn decided to feed himself to the 147-pound division, we're going to see that. I think Conor Benn gets sparked by everybody at 47. Karen, Rowley. And why do people think Conor Benn can beat Rowley? Brian Norman, Ryan. Like, who does Conor Benn beat at 147?
Sis, I said this last night on my cousin Ringwalk Boxing podcast show last night. I said Conor Benn, and I'm gonna add Teofimo Lopez. I don't see Conor or Teo beating Ryan, Rowley, or Devin. I don't see them two beating either of those 3 guys. That's just my personal opinion.
This is how Devin will stop Conor Benn. He will stop him. Devin would stop Conor Benn, y'all. Like, I just Conor Benn has never been good to me. But I did see a video of Regis. He said Conor Benn does hit hard, so he has power, but his skill level is trash. And do you think that he just beat the fuck out of Regis? Because I felt like Regis was getting with Conor.
I think they was banging in there.
They was like, "Oh, Regis only won 2 rounds." You think Regis only won 2 rounds?
Hell no, he didn't only win 2 rounds. Man, that's the narrative they want. That's it. That's all, bro. Conor Benn was trash. And
I started feeling like Regis might be all right at 47. I thought he probably had about 2 or 3 more fights in him. That's how Regis looked against Conor Benn, that I felt like he could probably fight another 2 fights. I ain't saying he would win, but he was injured.
Conor Benn was getting hit by that boy.
He was getting caught with that straight right. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Man,
Look at Faye. See, since you done got Faye started talking about Dev does stop him. Now you done got him fucking started.
Man, Dad, stop trying to be. He stops
You
him.
done
Do y'all
got
hear me?
Faye started.
He
Faye
stops him.
popped out the woodworks when he heard you say that
Hey,
shit.
Man, Dad,
he
stop trying to
really,
be. It's the truth. It's the truth.
he really unofficial. If a nigga who ain't got a stoppage in 8 years get a stoppage in that fight.
Yes, I see it. I can see it. He gonna stop fucking, man. Devin, that'd be a fight, an opportunity for Devin to beat the dog shit out of somebody. It would be Conor Benn. See, he wasn't gonna do that to Brian Norman because Brian was strong. Brian had pop. Brian had power. Now they say Conor Benn got power, but he wasn't doing shit to Regis. And they're like, oh, Regis sturdy. He ain't never been stopped and all this other stuff. But come on, man, Regis is little. That was his first fight at the weight. And Conor Benn, the fight wasn't even at 47. So what makes people think Conor Benn gonna look better when he go lower?
Right. That boy Faye said Lady Hano was all bad.
Nah, stop it, Faye. Don't give me don't make me go ham, Faye. Don't
Look
do
what
it.
you done did. Look what you done did.
Give a nigga a rope he wanna hang himself.
Salute to Coach Eddie in the building, man. Coach Eddie, what's going on, man? What you think about AJ and Fury and the possibility of Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn?
Oh, I need to get my AJ Fury tape. Let me get my AJ Fury tape.
Go ahead.
I mean, I think they gonna make the fight. I really don't see. Y'all know I don't like Tyson Fury. However, I feel like Tyson Fury looked okay in his fight. He didn't look like. I feel like he looked better in this fight than he did in the Usyk fight.
Yeah.
And I think they should make the fight. They both at the end of their careers. However, what I'm starting to see is people don't give a fuck about Turkey. Y'all starting to see that? Like, Turkey tried to make him get in the ring. But at first I was like, man, Anthony Joshua ain't even stand up. He's weak, man. Why he ain't stand up? He just let him talk over him, pointing at him and stuff. But then I heard Eddie Hearn like, man, it ain't no contract signed. It ain't none of that. So we're not promoting a fight that's not done yet, basically. And so I understood a little better why AJ was acting like that. But you still don't sit down and let nobody talk to you like that, in my opinion. But what's the problem? Why the fight not done yet? Like, what's the issue? I thought Turkey just, you tell him what you want, he give it to you, and the fight is done like that. It's so easy. So what is the issue? Like, what problems could they possibly be having?
Yeah, that's what Too Rich was talking about on your panel the other day, wasn't he?
Yeah, well,
like, what problems could they possibly be having?
Like I mentioned earlier, sis, the plans was always for both of those guys, Fury and AJ, for them to get a tune-up, and then they matched them up. That was Turkey Al-Rashid plans months ago when he was in an interview and mentioned that he wanted to get a tune-up for Fury and AJ and then put those guys in the ring. Our problem with Turkey Al-Rashid was he was so happy-go-lucky to announce it when the fight ain't finalized. Like, the fight's not done. So why are y'all don't have a date? You don't have anything locked in. So why are you so trying to announce this fight finalized? You didn't. Like,
it's almost like forcing people
from AJ, and then get a date and get everything locked in for Fury, and then announce it. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't have nothing finalized, and that's the problem with Turkey Al-Rashid. He always want to announce fights that's not finalized. That's a big problem.
He want to force people to do it, right? He want to force you.
Absolutely. That is a big issue with him. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's better if y'all got the tune up locked in, then boom, y'all tune up for AJ. AJ beats his tune up. Then after the fight, y'all got the fight locked in with Fury. Y'all announce it. That's how you properly do it. You know what I'm saying? And just announce, you trying to make an announcement that the fight's not finalized. It didn't make any sense to me whatsoever. None whatsoever, sis, for sure.
And this is my last thing, and I'm gonna land my plane. Huh?
Yeah, go ahead.
He said, "Take your time, sis. Take your time."
This is my last. So 70,000 people came to that fight in the UK, and they don't do numbers like we do in the US with the gate and all that. I think that's crazy. Like 70,000 people, and y'all ain't breaking gate records. That's crazy to me. Imagine we having a fight over here, 70,000 people showing up. That'd be crazy. Wow. But I think the fight gonna happen. But I feel like if it was really like in process and we really finna go through and negotiations are going good, I think AJ would have been promoting that fight. The fact that AJ was not, that kind of made me a question mark. Like, what's going on? Like, what's up? I understand it ain't done and y'all still in negotiations. But why not just talk a little shit if this finna be your like? Why you not building it? You get what I'm saying? But that was just my 2 cents about that. Like, I don't know what's really up with Turkey. What's up with Shakur? What's up with Devin? It's almost like these guys are like just sitting back, waiting, kind of fishing around, trying to see where they can dip and dive and slide in it instead of just making a fight. Like I'm hearing Shakur want to fight Muratalla, but he want to bring him up to 40. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
I thought he wanted to go back down to. I thought he wanted to go back down to 30.
Here you go, right here. This is the clip from Brad Goodman on the Boxing Voice the other day. Right.
Heads up that you can give us? Are we working in the background on this lineal potential title being online between a Shakur Stevenson and a Raymond Muratalla? Is that something you guys are on the phones going back and forth about right now?
Yeah, there's been talk, Shakur, listen, I think Shakur is tremendous, man. Really. I think, he dominates at 35, 40, even 47. That's how high I am on Shakur. Is there talk about it? Yeah. At 135, there's talk about it. And listen, he's the 40-pound champion. Muratalla would go up to 40. But I know both parties want the fight.
Remember, I was telling you that, Cam? Like he wanted to bring him up to 145. You were saying you think he misspoke. I don't think he misspoke.
35. That's what
no,
I thought.
he said Muratalla was already going up to 40.
Yeah, he said. Yeah, I thought.
So Shakur want to pull him up even more.
I don't see the catch weight at 45 is crazy. So I was like, I think you meant to say 35, but he said 45.
Oh, because he said Muratalla. He said his talks at 45, and Muratalla's already talking about going up to 40.
Yeah,
that's it. I'll let my money right there.
Yeah, so yeah, I think it's more so the 35, what he was meaning to say. But yeah, that's crazy. Definitely crazy, man. Salute to Coach Eddie, man. Coach Eddie, what's going on, man? What you think about AJ and Fury and Ryan Garcia, possibility of him fighting Conor Benn?
Yeah, salute to everybody on the panel. 2 cents. I can't really see everybody. I don't have my glass. I think I heard Thomas Hill.
Oh, Eddie, I ain't talked to you in a minute, Coach Eddie. Where you been?
What's up with you, Coach Eddie?
I had to buy out for a minute. It was just too much. I had the best. I'm still around. I'm moving around, but it is what it is. I'm going to different platforms and stuff. People getting their stuff just started off, so I'm trying to spend a little time over there. I ain't no celebrity or nothing like that. I just like going to small channel sometime and try to
giving them the startup kit.
Do my part, man. You know what I'm saying?
Do your due diligence.
That's it. Do my due diligence. I'm never gonna open up my own channel because I'm not technically savvy like that. But I like the boxing talk. I like the discussions and all that stuff. But
absolutely,
as far as Tyson Fury business, man, if in a perfect world, I want Wilder to get his shot first. Bump Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury he's a prima donna. This dude fought Klitschko. He disappeared for God knows how long. You know what I'm saying? And then he tries to come back and he want to snap his finger and have everything his way. He want to fight 2 tune-ups. Then he fights Wilder. Then Wilder got to take this man to court, to get this man back in the ring. That was what 2.5, 3 year debacle right there. Then his fool goes disappears again. This dude is retired 5 times and came back 5 times. He think he's supposed to have it his way every time. That's why I like the way Anthony Joshua, we really clown that dude. Man, you sitting here and say, I'm the boss, I'm the landlord. You're going to do what I say. Yeah. Oh, Tyson Fury is full of shenanigans. He's always cheating. He's always doing some crazy stuff. He's retiring. You think he calling the shot. You think he's running something. He don't like being in that position. So I think what it did when somebody wants something so bad, I think it give you a little bit more leverage at the negotiating table, at the end of the day, because Tyson Fury, I always thought that AJ beat Tyson Fury. Always from day one. Because styles make fights. And I know one thing about Tyson Fury, he's good at getting up. I mean, he gets knocked down a lot. This dude been knocked down like probably over 10 times in his career. He's been floored. He gets floored by Steve Cunningham. He got floored by this white dude named Nevin, a small guy, hit him with an overhand right. Tyson Fury is a good boxer. He has a good boxing brain, but if you really dissect him, he has a good jab, but his inside work is not good. His mid-range game is not good. He's a big target for Anthony Joshua. Like if he would have fought AJ Saturday night, he would have got his jaw broke. He would have got the Jake Paul treatment, face broken to smithereens. Because the punches that he was getting hit with by Mahkmudov, AJ would have flattened that dude out. Flattened him out. Too strong. I just don't see. I don't think Tyson Fury got nothing for him. And especially now, he definitely don't have nothing for him. But what I seen, he looked horrible. People trying to praise him because they're trying to build him up. I know what I'm looking at. That dude looked like a trash can. He didn't look good to me. I mean, look who you in there with. You should look good against this guy. This dude already been stopped twice. Cabiel stopped him, and friggin' Vito. The friggin' dude from Top Rank. What's that guy name? Can't remember the dude's name. Somebody he got stopped twice. By the Italian dude or something. He stopped him too. So that was supposed to be a showcase fight for Tyson Fury. And Tyson Fury talking about, I'm trying to go around. No, you were trying to get that dude out of there. And Tyson Fury is still cheating. He hitting dude with palm strikes. They got a still photo of this dude. Yeah, he's still cheating. Yeah, he hit the dude with a palm strike. I'm like, bro, that's a karate move, man. That's not a boxing move. And anybody knows anything about combat, palm strikes hurt, man. It's like it's bone on bone, brother. You can knock somebody out with a palm strike. He's still up to his old shenanigans. So I want to see Wilder get his opportunity. I want to see Wilder and Joshua fight 2 times and make this clown Tyson Fury stand on the sideline and wait. And go snort some cocaine and go drink some beer. And then when we get finished, then we'll deal with you. But right now, let 2 brothers break this bread right here. You know, let a Wilder and AJ do a 2-fight deal. And that's what I'm looking for.
That's tough right there. That's
You
tough.
know, it really sucks that Wilder doesn't have the opportunity for the big fights and the bigger paydays like that until he's out of his prime and damn near 40 years old. Like that shit sucks. Because now they playing Wilder like I told you he was never good. He wasn't playing like the man ain't 40 years old and done and pretty much done with his career. I don't understand
But they've been saying that. They've been saying that about Wilder. They've been saying that about Wilder. So.
But you don't get to wait until the end of his career where the people that was ducking him.
Sis went out.
Yeah, she was starting to cook a little bit. I think she had lost the signal, man.
Yeah, I think she lost her signal.
Yeah, but like I said, they've been slandering Wilder's name. Okay, if the man ain't no good, if he's a one-trick pony, if he's this and he's that, then how do Tyson Fury get credit for beating the man 3 times? That's how Tyson Fury built his name off of Deontay Wilder. People don't realize that. That's his claim to fame is fighting Deontay Wilder 3 times.
Yeah, but he didn't beat Deontay Wilder easily. It was like 9 knockdowns in that trilogy or some crazy shit like that. The number of knockdowns they had, he didn't beat him easily. It was a fight, and so I'm just trying to say like it's not fair for people to wait to the end of fighter careers and discredit their whole career if they've been winning. Like that shit's not fair. I don't know why people do that. All great fighters not start losing at the end of their careers for the most part. So why do we get to discredit Deontay Wilder and now he's a nobody when he got the most damn near all the number broke the record for the most title defenses? That is an accolade. But I just don't think it's
the boxing source in here, my brother. The boxing source, brother. What's going on, man? What you think about AJ Fury and Ryan Garcia possibly with Conor Benn for August?
Hold up, y'all, real quick. Hold up.
Are you good? You good? All right, let's go with D Free. D Free, my brother in the building, man. Salute to my brother D Free, man. What you think about AJ Fury and possibility Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn for August 2026?
Ryan Garcia and Conor Benn. Conor Benn better stay away from Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney, Rolly Romero, because it looked like he struggled to make 150. So he's trying to come down 2 more pounds to get to 3 more pounds to get to 47. He gonna be drained. He go ahead and mess around if he wants to, thinking he got the power to be able to hurt one of these guys, and he gonna end up getting slept. for the first time in his career. So I wouldn't mind seeing it. I think Ryan beats Conor Benn. I think Conor Benn really doesn't have anything. I don't think Conor Benn is a better fighter than Rolly Romero. I would say they're about even. And I think Conor Benn doesn't have the power that Rolly has. I think the reason why Ryan stayed away from Rolly in that fight that they had, because he felt the power from Rolly. So I don't think Conor Benn has anything to offer Ryan Garcia as a threat, except for just trying to overpower him, and I don't think he's strong enough. But as far as the AJ and Fury, it really doesn't matter to me. AJ sounded like he wasn't ready to come back yet. He said he's still thinking about the stuff that happened in his accident and things like that. Still playing in his head. So I don't know if AJ is fully ready to come back.
That's why they rushing the fight, D3.
Yeah.
That's why they rushing the fight.
I mean that's why they want him to fight, but I don't think AJ is ready to come back. I don't think AJ is going. Well, he already said he'll call you when he's ready to call you. So he didn't accept Tyson Fury's offer. Because AJ was trying to get that Tyson Fury fight, and Tyson Fury, he had the obligation with Wilder, but after that, he didn't try to fight AJ after that. So AJ like, well, you're gonna have to wait on my terms now. I had to wait for you. Now you're gonna have to wait on my terms. But it really doesn't matter because these guys are the past generation. I'm looking forward to the young guys like the Moses, the Fabio, the Triple D, and the Cabello. I'm looking at those guys. I'm not looking at Tyson Fury and AJ being a champion again. I don't think neither one of them can beat Usyk. They already beat both of them twice. So can't neither one of them beat Usyk. So if they can't get past Usyk, they're not going to be champion. They just fighting just to clear up the past fights that they should have had that they never had yet. So I'm not even, it doesn't really matter to me. It's not a big deal. If I got to pay for it, I won't be watching it. So it better be free.
Hey, yo. Yo, what's happening?
What's good, my brother? The boxing source. What's good, brother?
Yeah, man, just on the move here real quick.
Are you all good?
But, this is, the thing with Joshua and Fury, they just trying to, milk this stuff up. Like my guy said, man, Thomas Hill, it's like WWE stuff, right? And if you look at it in its context, you got Turkey Al-Sheikh, and he's with Ring Magazine, but he's also working with TKO, Nick Khan, Dana White. So they're with all of that, WWE and UFC type shit, right?
Right.
But that ain't gonna work with somebody like an Anthony Joshua, right? He's on a whole different tax bracket than these other fighters. And Fury could talk, all of these other guys could talk, but Joshua is the one that moves everything. He's basically like Canelo in the heavyweight division. You feel me? So once people realize that, then you'll see if Joshua will be able to fight. And like y'all said, if he fights anybody, because we don't even know what his mental state is yet.
Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely jacking the vibes far as AJ letting that man know, like, yo, you wait, you on my time. I'm the guy. You know what I'm saying? We've been trying to fight you, and you played around for years. You know what I mean? So I totally understand AJ's standpoint 100% for sure. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. T Hill, would you got something?
Hey, man, I think they all said it perfectly. I mean, hell, D3 cooked on it. Of course, Boxer Source cooked on it. Coach Eddie, he on the ball, and so is 2 Cents. I mean, bottom line is, nowadays, we in soap opera time. And like you said, since it take place at night, it's like the Knots Landing, Falcon Crest of the boxing joints, dog. And it's like, who gonna put on the best storyline? And whatnot.
Back with the Knots Landing, man. Yo.
Hey, my moms used to watch that. That used to drive me crazy when I wanted to watch TV.
What y'all know about them story young and the restless?
Oh, that was her
General
joint
Hospital.
too.
What y'all know about that General Hospital?
Yeah, she loved that General Hospital. Luke and Laura. And that's what we getting right there between them two. We getting Luke and Laura. I'm glad you said that. It's like, yo, you know, I believe AJ is serious when he say, look, man, you're going to have to go on my terms, because for the longest time, he tried to watch me being the big guy up in here, the stud that they moving on, get little sunned or little boyed by.
Hey, yo, y'all hear him?
No, I don't hear Thomas. Thomas went out.
Yeah, like something like a call came through or something. All right, damn. But like D Free, you was talking about it with Tyson Fury, right? Like when he had that fight against Klitschko, the first one, and he was the one that beat Klitschko to end that reign that Klitschko had, right? He was supposed to be the man at heavyweight, right?
Right.
But then you had the whole thing where Klitschko could have had a rematch, but we all know Fury went on this little, drugs capade and like backed out of that rematch. So who stepped in?
Right.
Anthony Joshua. And so you had Joshua had a fight that was in Wembley Stadium, ended up being the fight of the year. He wins, and then he becomes the man in the UK. So basically, Fury blew his shot when he didn't have that rematch. And now, here we are like 10 years later, and Fury's still chasing him.
Right. Yeah, and that's why I'm not mad at AJ saying what he said, because AJ, outside of Usyk, AJ is the biggest name at heavyweight. Outside of Usyk, he's the biggest name at heavyweight. Everybody wants to get AJ on their resume, whether they beat him or they lose against him. They want AJ on their resume because they know that's a money fight. Tyson Fury is doing like he did last time when he beat Klitschko. He went away, but mostly because he lost his license. But he went away for a while, and then he come back and he got the WBC title with Wilder. And like someone just said, he made his name off of Wilder, because even though he beat Klitschko, he still wasn't a name like that. Klitschko was still the name because Tyson Fury went away. So Klitschko was still the name. So Fury got his name off of the 3 fights that he had with Wilder. And rightfully so. Wilder was one of the biggest names in the heavyweight division, along with AJ. So yeah, you beat one of the biggest names in the division. Yeah, your name is going to be bigger. So when he took it to AJ, you can't dictate terms with AJ when AJ is a bigger name than you. Even in the UK, outside of the US, we ain't even got to talk about the US. In the UK, because this is where the fight is going to happen at, AJ is the bigger name. It's not Fury. So you can't dictate terms with AJ when he's the bigger name. You got to bow down to who's the man that's bigger than you.
Absolutely, 100%. You know what I'm saying? Because Tyson, because I can tell you right now, I believe Turkey Al-Sheikh values Anthony Joshua more than Tyson Fury, in my personal opinion. I mean, that's just my personal opinion. But like I said, that Turkey had plans for those guys to fight each other. And I just think of Turkey went about it the wrong way, trying to announce the fight when the fight isn't finalized. Like, it's not locked in yet. Like, lock the fight in, do the business behind the scenes, and then you make the announcement. But, Turkey Al-Sheikh, like always, he's always rushing to announce these fights that's not finalized.
And you know what else? Yeah. You know what else, CamJ? I don't mean to cut you off, but you know what else? I didn't think about. Maybe it has something to do with Eddie Hearn, because Eddie Hearn didn't like how Turkey went and got Conor Benn behind his back. Maybe, because Eddie Hearn got a lifetime deal with AJ. Maybe Eddie Hearn told AJ, hey, look, I know they're going to try to put this fight on, but you ain't dealing nothing with them. We're going to do it on our terms. They're going to come to us. You're not going to them. Maybe it has something to do with Eddie Hearn more so than AJ.
Yep, I mean, because Eddie Hearn,
Well,
he's been on record
you can
letting us
try to go
know.
behind his back
He
and
let us
shoot
know
Eddie
that
and
the plan was tune up for AJ and then go for the Fury fight. He's been on record in multiple interviews, saying the same thing.
But they tried to snake Eddie Hearn and they tried to take AJ from Eddie.
Yeah, they did. They
That's what
tried
I'm
to lock
saying.
him into a deal behind the scenes.
And yeah, but Eddie Hearn got a lifetime deal with AJ, so it's not like they can get AJ out of that contract. He got a lifetime contract with AJ. As long as AJ decide to fight, it don't matter if AJ retires and come back 20 years from now. If he decides to fight, Eddie Hearn got a contract on him.
Facts.
So he's always gonna have to work with Eddie Hearn.
Facts plus tax. Facts. Yeah. So let me do this. Let me play this clip. I want to play this clip right here with of Roy Jones and Andre Ward, and they speak about the Boots and Xander fights. And I want to get your opinion on this clip right here from these guys right here.
Have at it, brother. What you think about this matchup?
Man,
just your initial thoughts. We got time to dig into it. I just want the initial thoughts.
I really wanted to see Boots tested by another fighter beforehand. I wanted to see him fight Virgil Ortiz first because
at 54.
Yes, because those two guys were kind of on a collision course. However, I think Golden Boy and Virgil Ortiz had some issues. So now Boots went to the next best thing, which is even better than Virgil Ortiz. He went to Xander Zayas, a fighter who I think he probably the second most difficult guy to fight in the weight class because he's rangy. He can do so many things. He can fight inside. He can fight outside. He's a great body puncher. He's a very, very respected guy, and I think he's very mature for his age. Boots, on the other hand, is looking for that coming out party type fight. So he got to fight somebody at this point. And because he couldn't get A, he went to B. And I like that about Boots because Boots saying, I want all the smoke. If this one won't take me, I'll go find the next one. And so since he couldn't make the fight with Ortiz, he made the fight with Xander. Made the best man win, but both of these guys are capable of becoming the biggest threat to Fundora in the weight class because right now, Fundora is still the king of the weight class.
Interesting perspective from Roy Jones right there, man. So I'm gonna start off with Two Sis. I know Two Sis got a lot to say about that. Let me go start off with Sis.
Yeah, I think it's right. I think that at this point, what happened with the Virgil Ortiz situation and what happened with the Xander Zayas situation, you see who's really looking for smoke, who's trying to prove themselves in the division. I think all of that, he ain't fight nobody rhetoric. I think that needs to stop because he's clearly trying to, attempting to fight these people, and they're just not taking the offers. They're willing to get real litigious when it's time to fight Jerron Bruce Ennis. I think Roy is right. Like he looking for all the smoke. Virgil was the first best option, and Xander was the second best option, and he went to the second best option. He didn't make no big deal. He wasn't crying about no A side. He wasn't doing none of that. He's like, you want the smoke? Let's do it. And it's just that simple. Like, in my opinion, I feel like Jerron Bruce Ennis is the character or the ideal fighter that these quote unquote hardcores have in their mind. But since they want to hate for some reason, they don't want to acknowledge that, and they want to make excuses in order to criticize. When if you really like take a deeper look into it, all the things that they don't like is what their favorite fighters do. Pick and choose, maneuver around, call out people, don't fight them, all of those things. So I think Jerron Bruce Ennis is coming up. He's definitely stepping into his stardom. Hopefully, Eddie Hearn is able to cultivate that and make him be as big of a star that he should be, and that he's also compensated correctly. Because I don't want Boots to get so caught up in trying to make the big fights and trying to do this and trying to prove himself that he forgets that this is a business. Like, I get it, he wants the smoke, he ain't trying to do that yet, but listen, he still got to remember that this is a business. So that's just my biggest concern, is that I want Boots Ennis to know he's a star, understand his worth, and continue to understand that this is a business. But I do understand that there are things that he needs to do to prove himself. But you got to remember, you take less money, you do this, you do that. That sets an expectation, and people will expect for you to do that moving forward. So it's a fine line with that, and I just hope that Boots totes that line and is able to get compensated like he's a star, and is able to prove he's a star to everybody. That's my 2 cents about that.
Facts. Let's go with Coach Eddie. Coach Eddie, what you think about that clip from Roy Jones and Andre right there?
Hey, spot on, man. As far as like the Xander fight, Ortiz basically priced himself out because they know Boots is a huge risk, and they want to be compensated for that risk. Xander, he never even touched $1 million before. This is his biggest payday by far. His biggest payday was $300,000. I heard anywhere from $3 to $5 million. I don't know the exact number, but it's way more than he ever had. Xander has absolutely nothing to lose in this fight and everything to gain. He can go out there and get knocked out the first round, and the Puerto Rican fans are still gonna ride with it. They're gonna say you was a warrior. You dared to be great. You was too young. You was weight drained. They already laying the platform right now. So for when this guy gets cooked, so they can go ahead and they already doing a cleanup on aisle 9. They already know what they're gonna say. He already got his lost speech already written out in his mind what he's gonna say when he gets cooked. But nevertheless, I like what Xander. I like what Xander's doing, but I also like that what Jaron is doing. He seems like he want to make the best fights, and he needs this fight to catapult him to that next level. He got the right man in his corner. As far as Eddie Hearns, everybody can't do the the Devin Haney thing. We just trying to move around and make 1 fight deals, 2 fight deals here and there. Sometimes those people, those talking heads, or people that have the money, they do want you to have a mouthpiece or whatever, a manager. They want to talk to the manager a lot of times and try to negotiate the best deal. Any big star has somebody on the management team, whether it was Al Heyman, whether it was a Leonard Ellaby, whether it's Eddie Hearns, Bob Arum, whoever, somebody that's campaigning on behalf of that fighter to try to get that fighter the most money, because the more fighter the money makes, the more fighter the promoter gets. And that's what's happening. I think we have a star right now. We have a guy that we should all, in my opinion, we should all get behind, because he's everything that you want to see in a fighter. He don't run. He ain't boring. He ain't doing no Tom and Jerry, quote unquote Tom and Jerry, even though Xander moves around a lot. But that's another story. He sits in the pocket. He'll take a shot. He's not afraid to get hit. You know what I'm saying? He goes for the knockout. So he's everything that these fans say they won't, but yet they'll still find a criticism. Oh, he get hit too much. What do you mean do get hit too much? He's not getting punched on like Jared Hurd or or Antonio Margarito. He ain't getting punched on like that. But you do run the risk of getting hot if you're getting hit if you're sitting in the pocket trying to get your guy out of there. And you know what you can take. He has a good chin. He's not chinny. So all the narrative that they try to put on the black fighters, he's none of those. And yet they still find reason to hate. And it's some black content creators that want this boy to lose, drawing in to lose, this young man to lose, just so they can say, we told you he wasn't on Crawford's level. And that's the sole reason why they want this man to lose, which is diabolical to me. Crawford is retired. He ain't coming back. So hit your wagon on to this young brother right here. We can get behind him. He can enter, because he's a very entertaining fighter. I look forward to seeing this man get in the ring. Tank, I don't know what's going on with Tank. He's been out of business for a while right now. And so, it is what it is. Jerome is the man. Now, PBC, in my opinion, this is off the subject, but PBC is they're in the Fundora business right now. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. They're in the Sebastian Fundora business. They're putting all their eggs in that basket because Tank he stopped fighting. I mean, it is what it is. He hadn't fought in over a year. So they're in the Fundora business. And until Tank gets back on track, they're going to stay in the Fundora business.
Absolutely.
So I think Gerard Ennis and Fundora, that is the super fight. If everything plays out how it's supposed to play out, that is the fight to be made, and that is a mega fight right there. The Tower Inferno versus Jerron Boots Ennis. That is the fight, and them boys are going to get filthy rich fighting each other.
I love that you mentioned that with Boots and Fundora, because that's the fight for Boots that I want to see from Boots the most, is him having that challenge of fighting that tall task in Sebastian Fundora. That's the fight that I want to see the most, because I believe Boots Ennis could beat Fundora. I truly believe in that, and I want to see that fight absolutely for sure. D Free, man, what you think about that clip, brother, from Roy Jones?
I think Roy Jones, he likes what he see, and Jerron kind of remind himself of himself. I said this a long time ago. Jerron Ennis is probably the most athletic fighter we've seen since Roy Jones. I'm not saying that Jerron Ennis is Roy Jones or anything like that. It's just the athleticism that I see that Jerron Ennis possess. Um, but the thing about Jerron Ennis is you you know that the sky's the limit with him. You just don't know, okay, what can actually beat him. When you got the guys in that gets in the ring and you say, okay, I know he can beat just about anybody, but who can beat him? It makes you want to see him in there with better guys every time he get in the ring. So that's why a lot of times we get upset when we see these guys in there with guys we know is nowhere near their level, because we want to see them in there with somebody that actually going to give them a challenge. And we haven't seen the best of Jerron Boots Ennis. I think we've seen a very good version of Jerron Boots Ennis, but I don't think we ever seen the best of him yet, because I haven't seen anybody push him to the level where he needs to fight back to win. Like Jerron Boots Ennis has been coasting to a win his entire career. I never seen him actually had to fight from behind. So we don't know what we're going to get with Jerron Boots Ennis when he has to fight from behind. That's why it's intriguing to see him in there with a guy like Sebastian Findor, who possess a long arm reach and a height advantage that he does, because anybody else at that division, I don't really see them beating Sebastian Findor now that he's starting to learn how to fight behind the jab. That was the one thing that Sebastian Findor was missing, is being able to fight behind the jab. Now that he is fighting behind the jab, it's a scary look when you see him in the ring with somebody like a Keith Thurman or maybe even Xander Zayas right now, because I thought Xander Zayas could beat Sebastian Findor, but now that Sebastian fighting behind that jab, I don't know if Xander Zayas can beat Sebastian Findor. I don't even know if Jerron can beat him, but I think Jerron has the best shot out of everybody that can beat him fighting, because Jerron Boots Ennis, he can fight orthodox southpaw, he can get in and out, and he has the faster hand speed. So I think he can beat him. I don't know if he will, but I think he can. I think that's going to be Jerron Ennis' true 50-50 fight, because anybody could win that fight. I think Xander Zayas, I think I give him a lot of credit. I've been a fan of Xander Zayas since he came into the sport. I think it's too early for Xander Zayas. I think Xander Zayas right now, he hasn't faced that level of competition yet to say, okay, he's ready for a guy like Jerron Boots Ennis. I haven't even seen Xander Zayas fight a B-level opponent yet. Everybody he's been fighting has been C or lower. He hasn't fought a B-level opponent. He hasn't fought a guy like Erickson Lubin or somebody of that caliber. Erickson Lubin, I mean, yes, at this point in time in his career, he's more of a gatekeeper, but he's still a better fighter than Xander Zayas has faced so far. So I don't know if Xander Zayas is going to be up for the task, but I give him a lot of credit for taking a fight, because he could have did exactly what Eddie Hearn said. He could have stayed away from Jerron Boots Ennis until they made it a mandatory. And even then, he could have still dropped the belt. He got another belt. We saw Sebastian Findor do it. He dropped one belt and kept the other belt. So, I mean, I give him credit, but I think Jerron is going to win this fight. I would love to see Jerron versus Sebastian Findor, because I think he's probably the only guy at 54 that can beat him.
Okay, absolutely. Boston Source, man, what you think about Roy Jones right there with his opinion of the Xander and Boots fight?
Hey, yo, real quick, want to give a salute for those that, able to give the comments. Be free, you're basically on point. What you said. I'm going to get on that a little bit later. But with Coach Eddie, he made the comment about the thing with PBC, right? And I'm here to tell you that that's basically the move, because you kind of like seen the shift with who they've had in PBC, like with the Errol Spencers, the Sean Porters, and that type of stuff, right? And then you had something with the Tank Davis, right? But now it's basically Sebastian Fundora and David Benavidez. And, kind of like, what y'all were mentioning with Tank is that they don't know, what it's going to be with Tank. So that's, not a guarantee that he's going to be on a consistent schedule. At least they know with Sebastian Fundora or with David Benavidez that they can at least get, 1 or 2 fights from them per year. You know what I mean? So at least that's what you get from that, right? Now on this thing here with Roy Jones, if you hear me, right? This is the thing that D Free with D Free, went ahead and said something that he kind of like stole my thunder a little bit. So hey, y'all could still hear me, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. Here it goes. Hey, look here. You understand me? You see, I like Boots. You understand me? Because you see, Boots, he remind me of me. Understand me? So you see, when I see him, I see the speed, I see the reflexes. You understand me? And when I see him with stances, I see that speed too. You understand me? So when he goes up against Xander, I see Boots beating Xander. You understand me? I like Xander. Xander moves a lot. He's very disciplined. But, the speed of Boots is going to be too much for him. You understand me?
Absolutely.
Facts.
Now on the real tip though, with Boots Ennis, as 2 Cents was saying, like Boots is the fighter that people should be rallying behind because he's looking for everybody. He's looking for the challenges. He's looking for those big fights. That's what he had been doing ever since he was coming up the rankings there at welterweight. He was the guy that did what he had to do in order to become the top contender there for the IBF belt. So he was waiting for that opportunity initially against Errol Spence, but we all know what Errol Spence was looking for. He was looking for that opportunity with Terrence Crawford, but we all know what Terrence Crawford was looking for. So when y'all say that he hadn't had that big fight, it's because he was waiting for the chance against one of those guys and didn't get it. So the best thing that he could get was the unification against Iman Stanionis, right? And he couldn't get that fight with Virgil Ortiz Jr., thanks to Rick Marizian. We could congratulate him for that. But now he gets his thing with Xander Zayas at Barclays out there in Brooklyn. It's going to be a big crowd. It's going to be a good crowd. And people are going to look forward to it. And I think that's going to be his actual, coming out party there. Not like the Stanionis fight. Because even though some people said Stanionis would give him problems, we all saw what happened right there.
Yeah, absolutely, man, for sure. I think a lot of people going into this fight, they, of course, Boots being heavily favored in this fight, with Xander Zayas, but I believe this is like a coming out party fight for Boots in this right here, as far as with Xander. I'm seeing like a crazy performance. I just got this visual of Boots having a crazy performance in this fight with Xander, but I believe Xander's gonna be competitive in the fight, man. He's gonna make it good, but I just I would like, as well as everyone has mentioned, I think it's a little bit too soon for Xander Zayas right now in this fight, but you gotta acknowledge and respect the fact that Xander's taking on the task that other fighters wasn't willing to do so at the moment right now. And right now they're doing great numbers for us, the ticket sales. They're doing they opened up another section for those guys as far as the Barclays Center for this fight, man. So it's a lot of excitement around June 27th for sure. And I can't wait till they announce these undercard fights, man. We know one guy possibly on there is Ben Whitaker making his US debut, but I'm definitely interested to see at this undercard.
I don't know about that because Ben was supposed to be he's supposed to be like headlining for April 18th.
Yeah, he's this Saturday. Yeah.
So they gonna have him turn around and get back on for June. I don't know.
Well, it depends on how quick you get him out of there. If you get him out of there quick, he'll be all right.
Yeah, I mean, that I would want that. That would be good. But usually that's rare with guys of that, either level of popularity or level of experience. So we'll see on that one.
The way that Xander fights is he fights in a typical old school black fighting style, up on your toes, stick and move type of style. This that in every black gym you learn this pretty much during the first week or two, how to use your legs, how to move around. This is nothing that boosters have never seen before. The stick and move and working behind the jab. And Xander's biggest asset to me is his feet and his jab. When Boost turns southpaw, that's gonna cut that jab output in half because that lead hand is gonna be trouble. I like Lima. People talk about Lima. Lima can crack first of all, and Lima goes 12 rounds with Xander in a competitive fight.
Lima was a champion. I don't care if you don't want to recognize the belt because it's the IBO belt, but Lima was a champion. And so you think Xander's jab and what else posed the biggest problem for Boots?
Yeah, I think with that front hand, Boost being a southpaw, that usually cuts down the accuracy of that jab from the conventional fighter. Because it's an open stance right there. And Xander, he gets uncomfortable. He don't like to fight on the inside. His first instinct is to grab most of the time, and he does throw this lead uppercut. It's gonna get him cracked. He's gonna sit there and he's gonna try to have a little machismo in that fight because of the fans are basically gonna be egging him on to stay there. That's gonna get him cooked. I just don't see any way that he can win this fight. I mean, Boots checks every box. Maybe he's the smaller man, but that's even going to play out to his disadvantage.
He's going to be able to capitalize on Boots' mistakes. What do you think about that?
But that's good. I hope he does because that'll make him brave. And I'm glad that he's not scared too, because like you see with Regis' whole mission was to survive. So that bravery is going to get him in trouble, and that machismo is going to get him in trouble. Now, in order for him to capitalize on that mistake, that means he has to stand there and be there to capitalize on that mistake. And Boots is the type of guy, when you hit him, he don't run, he don't grab, he don't hold you. He want to get it back. He has a mean streak in him. He's got dog in him.
Man, a lot of
so it's going to be interesting.
A lot of people talk about that movement of Xander Zayas, but a lot of people talked about the movement of Iman Stanionis, and we've seen what happened there. And the thing with Zayas is, like, he could move, but he doesn't have the quick twitch movement that, like, someone like Boots could have. Because Boots could hop in and hop out. Like, Zayas can't really do that.
Yo, man, I'm gonna say this. This is what a panel should look like, and this is how a conversation should sound like. Everybody, this has been like a gumbo. We had 2 cents start up the roux. You had my man Coach Eddie come and throw the seasoning on it. You had boy D Free come over here and bring the liquid, the broth, and some of the seafood. I mean the chicken and sausages and whatnot. Had my man Boxing Swords come bring the seafood. I'm gonna bring the finishing salt, bro. Bottom line is this. With regards back to what I was talking about before I got the call, Tyson Fury, he gotta wait his turn. He's gotta recognize that his time has come and gone. The only reason why they clamor for him is because people like to see old glimpse of faded glory at times and see that them come back and be better than probably they've ever been, or at least get one shining moment. And AJ is still a big name. That's a still big money fight. That's one of the big money fights that they could have made over in that way. So they're going to try to capitalize on that, but he has to now wait on his terms. And that's what I was basically getting at, because that's the way the process of time move things. He's had his moments. He's gotten there with people who wasn't even boxers and still made money. So now it's time for him to wait for AJ, because AJ ain't got but his last hurrah, and they're going to make sure that they make a lot of money on that hurrah. So with that being placed, they didn't have nothing solid, so there ain't nothing to jump for, and there ain't nothing to stand up for. I ain't standing up because a nigga tell me to. I stand up because I want to, and I feel him on that. Now, going back to Roy Jones, exactly what James said, and the way he said it. Yo, Roy was gonna always toot his horn through other niggas because he was just that great, and other niggas ain't like him. But this dude is coming up close. He does things that is kind of remotely close to what he's done. Not to the exact same level, but there's flares of it. There's flashes of it. And he's exciting. And his brother has been, like they said, moving, trying to make a fight. And he's not had opportunities. First, it was Spence, because Spence was clamoring undisputed. Then it was Bud, but Bud definitely didn't want high risk, low reward. Then it was all the rest of them. Like, he's been doing what it's necessary to try to get that fight, and he ain't got the fight. And the fights that he get, a lot of them he didn't want him, so he didn't have the same fervor in those fights that he would if it was for something on the line. This is something on the line. This right here is something that he's been clamoring for. This is something that he can get validation for. And while Xander is a very good opponent, everything that Xander does, Boots does so much better. And like Coach Eddie said, and like more so like my man, the boxing source, James, just said, he's not quick twitch like Boots is. So it's going to be hard on him. And this dude has been just like defecated on, and for no reason. Like, they hated on him because of a possible link to somebody else. And that ish was false. So now he's going to go over there and he's going to beat the litigiousness out of a one fight that he was robbed out of. And he's going to take it out on Puerto Rico. So you can expect him to unleash a national disaster all up on Xander Zaya's ass. And it's going to be bad. And niggas is not going to like it. They still going to salt him because they just refuse to give him his respect. But he's going to whoop that ass, and it's going to be relatively quick. It's going to be good at first, but once he figures him out, it's going to be freaking, what's his name? Roman Villa 2.0. Yeah, it's going to be that 2.0. It's going to be worse than that. The breakdown is going to be epic, and niggas are still going to hate on him.
But it's gonna be worse than the last time you had a Philadelphian take out a Puerto Rican star out there, New York.
Bet. Well, bet it will be worse than that.
Bernard Trinidad.
It will be worse than that. And it ain't no slight or no disrespect to Xander, but this is what happened when you play with people and they ain't never really got their just due. And even though they've done everything that you ask of a fighter, they still get salted on. And these silly ass fan bases out here that sit here and manboy and fanboy all types of stuff, they gonna find out this Mickey Fricky not nothing to play with. And while he ain't Roy Jones, that Mickey Fricky is so much better than everybody else that y'all compare him to. And he gonna show it. And I agree with D Free. The fight is him versus Fondor. Fondor is a threat. People don't want to give him that moniker because of who he is aligned with, but he has been getting better. He has corrected his eyesight, and he's learning a lot from watching his little sister do what she do to her competition that are behind the blessings ball that she's been blessed with. So he's working smarter and better, and he's getting better and better. So ultimately, they're moving to make that fight, because that fight is going to be the fight that they're going to do big numbers with. But man, shout out to the panel, shout out to the topics, shout out to the network, man. Great conversation all the way around.
Sheldon Moore, my dog, Sheldon Moore, what's going on, my boy? What you think about AJ with Fury and the possibility of Ryan Garcia versus Conor Benn, my dog?
All those are sellable fights that people want to see. The UK is buzzing about that. Fury and AJ, just from the nostalgia, point of view. They've been trying to get that fight for about 8-10 years. They can finally get it. Both of them is past it, but it'll still sell. Conor Benn and Ryan Garcia, shit. It depends on what Ryan Garcia shows up. I mean, Conor Benn is what he is. You saw what he is Saturday. He's limited. Guy throws a bunch of punches. He don't have too much skill. He's just there to brawl. And Ryan, it depends on what Ryan can box if he feels like it. And then sometimes Ryan gets sucked into what you want to do, and He may fuck around and get his ass beat. So it all depends on what Ryan shows up.
Damn, that was the most short-winded you've ever been, Shelly. You ain't got much to add, bro.
It ain't really too much to talk about. I mean, Fury and AJ, that's two has-beens. And I don't think much of Ryan Garcia. I don't think much of Conor Benn. You know, they're decent fighters, but, you know, about it.
I think with Conor Benn, he's the type of guy. We have boxing savants, we have defensive wizards, we have offensive wizards, we have freaks of nature. You know, you have all type of people in the boxing spectrum. You know, people you can throw a handful of rice at, you can't hit him with. You got guys like Conor Benn, boxing style. He's a barbarian, and he had a barbaric style. You know, he fought the same way. His dad was the same way. Go back and watch his dad fight. He was a barbarian. Those type of guys, you're gonna wake up the next day and you're gonna be hurt all over. You may win the fight. Like, you know, it's easy to sit there and say what you can do from the phone. That your court talking about, I'll stop him. No, you won't. You won't stop Conor Benn. You're gonna wake up the next day and you're gonna be like, I've been in the fight. Because that dude is bringing elbows, he's headbutting you, he's hitting you with shoulders. This dude's hitting you anywhere he can hit you because he don't have the skill and the pedigree, so he tries to out physical you and he tries to outwork you, and he doesn't care. He blood running down his face. He's going to be there. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna be there fighting you tooth and nail, and you're gonna know you've been in the fight. You're not gonna go in there and dictate anything to that guy. He's gonna make you fight. You know, you like I say, you may beat him, but he's gonna make you fight, and you're gonna know you've been in the fight the very next day, if not in the ring. So, yeah, it's easy to say what you can do from Twitter and stuff, but at the end of the day, he's a barbarian in that ring. He's caveman. He has a primitive style, but it works for him. You know what I'm saying? And if he tried to change himself, he would be doing himself a disservice. So he just needs to stay barbarian.
That's why him and Rolly would be the better fight. Him and Rolly would be a good fight.
Rolly stopped him.
Huh? You say Rolly stops him? Rolly might get stopped. You know, Rolly kind of chinny.
Nah, he was just drained at 35. He not cheating.
He was drained at 42 when Pitbull stopped his eye.
Nah, Pitbull stopped him. But you can't if he got stopped by Pitbull.
I was expecting show more to come on and trash Conor Benn today and stuff. I was kind of expecting a little more from the day, T Hill. I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't got to trash Conor Benn. I watched Conor Benn just like you did Saturday. How you trash that? You can't get no worse than what we saw Saturday.
You know Conor Benn don't move the needle. If it would have been another ninja, you probably would have had a little bit more fervor.
Hey, let me ask Cam. Cam, what was you watching? What did you see Saturday that I didn't see?
It wasn't nothing special at all. That's
all. The dude ain't got no skill, man. He's come in there for a bunch of punches, put his head down, and try to get you up out of there. That's his game.
You gotta remember that Sheldon Moore is tactically trained, man. So you know if it ain't a threat, he ain't got to put him down. But if it's somebody that could be a threat, you know he gonna go all out with the warfare.
All out with the disrespect right there. Let me get the super chat real quick. Salute to my brother, man. For the town, man, for 513. My brother, Mr. Arturistic, with the $5 super chat. He said, Ben is fool and motherfucker Fury cheating ass. Salute to my boy, Mr. Arturistic, man, with the $5 banger in the super chat. You need.
The bar is a cheat, though.
The Conor is just bad, like Mahkmudov, just bad.
Yo, Mahkmudov was out there like. That nigga was like Zangief out there. That nigga didn't want to box at all.
Because you don't know how.
That Mickey Fricky was over there getting his cha-cha-cha on with this Mickey Fricky the whole fight, man. And this Mickey
don't know how. He's very bad. He's, you know, they picked him for a reason because he can't fight.
Man. I just think, like I said, it was WWE for me, and it just shows that the more we go, like I said, whether it's daytime soaps or nighttime soaps, we got a plot and storyline, and it's getting carried out to the fullest. And you know what? Mickey Frickies right now is taking the most out of the time they can to try to do as much damage control as possible, because they know they're not a draw and people don't come to check them out. So the people that will get checked out, they're just super saying, it's like everything is TikTok and Instagram out here, dog. Is a challenge or some kind of prank video. And whoever does the most is the most views that we gonna get, and that's probably the thing that they're gonna push.
Only thing that kind of pissed me off was Regis. That shit pissed me off. You start mentioning all this shit after the fight. Don't do that. I have respect for you, man. I respect you.
already knew he was hurt before the fight, Mr. Shilton.
No, you didn't say that before the fight, though. You said you wasn't hurt. You said you wasn't hurt. We don't care about what the we don't care about what the pundits say. We don't care about what they say. You said you was okay, and then after you lose, you say all these injuries. No,
What fighter do you know that's gonna say they injured before a fight, Mr. Shilton? Please tell me if that makes sense.
If they pull out, then pull out, but don't cry about it afterwards. I don't care if it's Wilder. I don't care if it's George Foreman. I don't care who it is. If you didn't mention this shit before the fight, don't mention it after the fight. Don't mention it after. It has nothing to do with it. You got your ass whooped. Period.
He didn't say that's why he got whooped. He just telling you I was injured. He didn't say nothing about that's why he lost.
No, he shouldn't have mentioned it though. It takes away from it. You shouldn't have mentioned it.
No,
They asked you before the fight. You should have said, "Yeah, I'm hurt, but I'm gonna fight anyway." That's what you should have said.
So you would admit to an injury before you got in a fight, Mr. Shilton?
Hey, y'all always talk about keeping somebody accountable. Be accountable. Yeah, I'm hurt, but I'm gonna fight this motherfucker anyway. Why do you think the NFL has an injury report? Why do you think the NBA has an injury report? Yeah, I'm hurt, but I'm gonna play. I'm hurt, but I'm gonna play.
But my injuries give you an advantage, so why would I let you know? This is a one-on-one combat sport. This ain't a team sport.
Man, I just didn't like it. I mean, you got your opinion, I got mine. I just didn't like it. You should have mentioned that shit. You kept it to yourself. But you retired anyway, so it really don't matter. You say you're done, so good. Go be a trainer or something. I think Regis would be a decent trainer.
He thought he was gonna be a trainer.
That nigga ain't gonna be no damn decent trainer, dog. Nah. You over there cutting up now, cause you wild.
Oh, you don't think he'd be a decent trainer, man? What's wrong with Regis? Regis don't know boxing?
Man, you see the baby gangster Scooty had in the ring and closed the distance? That nigga wasn't going to know, dog.
How old is Regis? Like 36?
37, 38.
Oh, he's old. Yeah, Regis up there, man. Regis old. Shit. And Regis been through a lot of wars, too. We got to get that up. Regis been through a lot of wars.
Yeah, I'm about to say Regis ain't look like he ain't looked the same since he been in that 140-pound tournament. I said that earlier.
Yeah.
The last couple of fights is like tenderizing a steak and putting his ass on the grill, dog. And I think this was the last one. He got cooked up to perfection. It's time for him to go on and back it up, man.
I wonder if he made a chip, though. I wonder if he made a nice little chip for this fight.
Man, he could barely beat JoJo Diaz. That should tell you something right there.
Right.
Right. That's how you sum it up right there.
Who did knock JoJo out? Tell me who knocked JoJo out.
It ain't about that. It's about JoJo.
JoJo a tough little dude, man. Now, JoJo can't punch, but he a tough little dude.
He a tough little dude, but that dude fought at 126?
26.
Come on, man.
I think he did start at 22.
And then fighting at 126 has, a problem with some some liquid substances, and also
stop calling JoJo a drunk, man. Don't call JoJo an alcoholic.
Liquid substances.
But I say Oscar Duarte stopped JoJo.
He stopped JoJo?
Yeah, he stopped.
He cleaned his clock.
That's the only dude that ever stopped JoJo, huh? Duarte?
Yeah, he cleaned his clock though.
Maybe that's why. Maybe that's why my man hits his ducting.
4-9, bro, in one. Like,
yeah, but he ain't get stopped though.
But he was getting cooked by a lot. He just let Alexis.
He got cooked. He got cooked. He got cooked. He did get cooked.
You know how you don't get stopped, but you get cooked so bad you get burnt?
Yeah,
That nigga was burnt.
Yeah, he got tenderized.
That
Yeah, he
nigga
did get tenderized this season.
yeah.
He got tenderized this season. Yeah, he did.
Beat him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Zepeda's trash. He beat him. Yeah.
Hey, Thomas,
Yeah.
you saying that
You lose to Williams. Yeah, you're right. My bad. I forgot. Anybody who loses to Williams Zepeda, they ain't shit.
Hey, Thomas, you saying that somebody fell asleep with the stove on? That's what you saying?
Hey, they cranked that heat up and fell asleep, man. Had that migraine come on, dog. They was out,
You lose
dog.
to Williams Zepeda. Yeah, you lose to that bum. You trash. Williams Zepeda ain't shit. He's garbage.
Zach B said, y'all hypocrites. But other fighters say they were injured. Y'all say show X-rays. Now Regis can't say after the fact, and most of your comments.
I have never said that. Whoever the fuck that is, if you know me, I ain't never gave nobody no motherfucking pass.
Yeah,
If you didn't say that shit before the fight, don't mention that bullshit after the fight.
Exactly. You got him, bro. If it would have been another person, it would have been a different story. Yeah.
No, you come in here crying, oh, I was hurt. And why didn't you pull out?
Regis,
you didn't pull out? You signed a contract, nigga? You walked down to the ring? I don't want to hear that shit.
Yeah, Regis told us in the press before the fight that Eddie was capping and said that he was good at everything, and then he said he got 4 injuries after the fight. Me personally, I'd rather him keep it to himself. But hey, he retired now, so he telling it all. So
exactly.
Hey, man, let this man have his last hurrah. He was over there making the fight.
If he was still fighting and he gave, like, if this wasn't his last fight, you know what I'm saying? He probably would get a lot more flack for that shit. But,
Right.
you know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Now that he retired, he don't get too much flack.
Yeah, he just want to show everybody that he truly is a warrior, man. Let him live in his storyline, dog. Everybody else is in the storyline.
Over 40. How many fights?
I give him grace. I give him grace.
How many fights Regis got? Like 35 fights, 40 fights?
Yeah, he 30 plus fights.
Yeah, so we know you're a warrior, nigga. You done fought over 30 times. You get in there and fight. We know that. I just don't want you, looking like these other suckers. Oh, I'm fine. I'm 100%. Oh, well, I was hurt. No, nigga, you said you was 100%. No.
Keith Conley said Africa vomited several times after he ate breakfast, and to where he was so ill he couldn't fight Oscar Duarte.
He was a dumbass. Look, everybody on this panel that know boxing knows when you've been cutting weight, the first meal you eat can't be nothing heavy. You eat some soup or something, a salad, something light. You got to get your stomach and your system acclimated to eating food. You may be able to eat something at night, but you don't go right into no breakfast and eat no eggs and potatoes. You gonna throw that shit up. You ain't ate nothing for a week. Any idiot knows that. That's why you see the motherfuckers on the stage with Pedialyte and shit. Like, they gotta get that shit back slowly. You can't just go right into motherfucking ham and eggs and potatoes. You don't throw that shit up. Everybody knows that. I want to hear that shit from you, man. You knew better. Did that shit on purpose.
Yeah,
and
man.
then he went and signed for Zuffa.
Hey, come on, man. Nobody want to hear that shit, Conley. Shut the fuck up. Everybody know you and Dana White is friends. Shut the fuck up with that bullshit.
Hey, and then this the new Zuffa signing right here. Chris Billiam Smith, man. They announced.
And who is his manager?
They announced.
Chris Billiam Smith, the cruiserweight.
Yeah. So
that's the dude Zerto beat up.
Signing that they announced this morning today.
That's the dude Zerto beat up.
Yo, who was that was talking about they taking all the B-sides so they can force these niggas to fight, dog? It's starting to look like that,
But T Hill, you didn't see that coming from the gate?
Yeah, I saw it coming from the gate, but
that's the whole plan. You get all the motherfuckers over here, now you forced to come over here and fight these dudes. Or you don't fight nobody.
Hey, these niggas now is forced to fight one another.
Hey, yo, I'm gonna find a way to modify that dadgum poster, Chris Billiam Smith, and redo it so it looks like John Cena instead of
Hey, that's
He might look like him, no cap. I ain't gonna lie. He do
hey.
The time is now.
Man, that's wild, bro.
Man, look. Zerto
Bro,
beat
but
the shit out of this dude too. Did you see the
do
fight,
wanna-
Tia?
This probably gonna be John's
Yeah,
next
I saw it. I saw it. I was shocked
You saw
because
the fight?
I'm not a
Zerto beat
big
the shit out of this dude.
I'm not
He
a big
beat his
Zerto
ass.
fan. I'm not a big Zerto fan, but he definitely beat his ass, though. I ain't gonna lie. But I'm gonna say this too, man. I don't want to understate this. Today, man, we've had a really good conversation, and we've had really good people come up here and have open dialogue. Some agreeing, some disagreeing, but still being respectful, man. That's what we should be doing, man. So shout out to the Boxing Source. You guys like, comment, and subscribe to him. Shout out 2 Cents Boxing. You guys like, comment, subscribe to her. Shout out to D Free Boxing and Sports Talk Network, man. Shout out to the Sports Talk Networks. Y'all sub up to them. And shout out to Coach Eddie from ATL, man, coming up here and cooking. And shout out to Shelton Moore, dog, coming in here being a little bit less Shelton Moorish today.
Hey, he ain't trash in a fight. Hey, I seen this. This was funny. I seen this earlier, man, before the show right here. With AJ, they did a little AI with AJ and Fury right here.
Yo, I need to. Yeah, that's funny right there, yo.
Yeah, I'm the landlord, motherfucker. Don't forget that. I run the shit.
Listen, yeah. You got to understand. I run this show. I'm the boss. I'm the landlord. You work for me.
Hey, my question to y'all is this: where's the lie at?
I mean, there isn't. What I was saying earlier. When it's Anthony Joshua, like, yeah, you could have, people going to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium for your fight against Mahkmudov there, Tyson Fury. But when it's Anthony Joshua against anybody, it's going to be sold out, and the tickets are going to be really, really high for those seats. So you could say that you could have a sellout, but what's your gate? You know what I mean? Like, this is the same Anthony Joshua that sold out Madison Square Garden with, Andy Ruiz Jr., although it was supposed to be Jerome Miller, but still, so that kind of shows like what his drawing power is. He's basically Canelo over in the UK.
But how are you selling 70,000 tickets and not breaking the gate record?
Over there, like they did it for Joshua versus Klitschko. The whole thing is the price point is different in the UK than the US. It's much different. Like it's like comparable to Canelo versus Billy Joe Saunders in AT&T Stadium, right?
Yeah.
Like they're saying, like, yeah, they do a sellout in AT&T Stadium for that fight, but the gate for that wasn't close or wasn't around the same as like a Canelo versus a Caleb Plant in Vegas.
Right.
So,
Because it was 6 feet distancing, it was 73,000 people in a 104-seat stadium.
Well, that too, but still, like Texas, they don't charge as much for.
And they couldn't. It was COVID. They couldn't charge too much because it was COVID.
They can still do the same thing happens now, even now.
So I'm just saying that's not a good one to compare because it was COVID. It was 6 feet social distancing, and it was 72,000 people in a 104-seat stadium, and the tickets were cheaper. So it's not a good one to use.
Yeah, but either way, the fight's gonna be on Netflix, and AJ got an American market now. Typically, he has a big female following now.
I was just about to say that too, Coach Eddie. That's exactly what I was about to say.
You say he got a big female following now?
Nah, that nigga bring the ladies out, dog. You saw that day he was taking pictures with your boy Money May? Had Money May over there in his feelings. Nigga was butthurt.
I know Alicia Baumgartner was swooning over the dude. I know that. She was
But
all up in his face.
AJ he's a commercial. He is a what's that called? A commercial dream. You know, he's the type of person you can get.
He's an
sponsors
advertiser's
around.
dream. Yeah.
Marketing, because he doesn't go out there. He doesn't use profanity. He doesn't every third. He don't do like Jamel Charlo, where every third word is the N word, this N word that. You can't promote that. You can't market that. Now Ryan Garcia can do it. You know what I'm saying? He can get away
Coach
with it,
Eddie.
whatever.
Coach Eddie.
Yes, sir.
My man Charlo said, "I'm winning, baby. Come take a drink with me."
Yeah, Charlo, man. I don't know what's going on with that.
It's
That
kind of like the
Canelo
girl.
fight, man. That
What's her
Canelo
name,
fight
Coach?
buried him, man.
What's that girl name, Coach? You can't like that girl, the heavyweight champ. You can't sell her. She talked too much.
Oh, yeah, Carissa.
Yeah, you never know what's gonna come out of her mouth, so we can't trust it.
Yeah, nah, Coach Eddie cooking right now.
Yeah, you can sell that dude. Like I say, he's marketing genius. That dude's extremely smart. That dude probably gonna be a billionaire when it's all said and done, because he has a freaking $100 million deal. He don't even have to fight. He makes $100 million every year because he owns part of Matchroom. He's in so many business endeavors. Is crazy. And I think Eddie Hearns, I would like to see Eddie Hearns do the same thing with Boots, turn him into not just an American star, but an international star, where he can take him over there. He can sell out stadiums. That's why, I mean, you can earn with Hearns, but you can say what you want to say about the guy. You can earn with that guy right there.
Well, damn, you really cooking right now, Coach Eddie. He should be also
Boots got
trying
the
to
right
do that with.
temperament, man, because Boots don't do all that yapping and talking crazy. Boots don't do all that. So you can sell Boots.
Hey, he should be doing that with Shakur too. No, that's baby
But
go.
Shakur talks too much too. Shakur say some weird shit. He talks too much. He says shit that you don't expect. You know, them advertisers don't like that. They don't like that. They like to know what they like to be comfortable, shall we say?
Yeah, they comfortable with AJ. Now they at Wilder, they're not comfortable with him. So they
At
might
all.
get on there and say to this day, and then they be like, what? Cut.
But
Talking about letting on his stomach and big towel and busting big nuts, and you can't market that shit.
I don't want to take from your point though. Your point is spot on. Like, this dude, not only is he like, his decorum is good, his speech is primed and ready. He has the look. Like, like you said, he is a marketer's dream, and on top of that, people invest into him because they believe him. And that's crazy. So, you know, there is like gold there for him. And, you know, unfortunately for Fury, he gonna have to wait, because the value of gold still trumps the value of the whatever the hell their mark is over there, their mark of denotation.
Listen, it's like this, yeah. I got these endorsements here, right? I got the watches, I got the suits, you know, Under Armour. So Fury is nowhere near me.
He isn't. He isn't.
Yeah, that's the thing. He isn't.
Yeah.
But aircraft
And
carrier.
he's nothing that they can bring home to grandma or grandpa.
Like
to their mama or daddy.
He said that fight over in Miami, yeah, there was a lot of women out there for that fight in Miami, boy. I was like, God damn. That's almost like, you know, how they were talking about Oscar De La Hoya bringing them out. But
Right.
Hey, what's crazy too is when they was doing that photo shoot, nigga. I mean, I'm sorry, men were over there getting giddy to take a picture with this dude.
Yeah,
like, nah.
They was ignoring Floyd. Didn't like that at all. Floyd was being ignored. They weren't even paying Floyd no attention.
yeah, man,
It was so bad that AJ had to bring the Ricky into the pictures.
Come on, Floyd.
You thinking like, man, they know who I am and what I done did in boxing? That was hurting.
They didn't care.
He was like,
and that's why Fury has to take backseat.
It's like this. I went over there, and you know, I like AJ. You know, he's a hell of a fighter, but I just don't understand it. You know, I'm TBE. You know, they should be they should be, taking pictures with me, not him. No.
Yeah, you had that one fool talking about after my God, I respected you. He was on there bowing down to Floyd Mayweather. You remember that?
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
I remember that. That was wild, bro. That whole like if Karma had a face, man, that face was on full display that day.
Man. So it ain't
So they gonna make this fight? Are they gonna make this fight, or are we just speculating? I think eventually they're gonna make it. Yeah.
Whoa.
AJ and Fury.
Yeah, they're gonna make the fight.
I want to see Wilder get his shot, man. I want to see Wilder get in and crack at it, man.
Hey man, look, I just
agree
saw
with that.
Wilder. I just saw Wilder coach 2 Saturdays ago. I want Wilder to go sit down.
Hey, I
that
still want that brother to get that payday,
performance
though,
he
man.
put
You know
on
what
2
I'm saying?
Saturdays ago, bro, he gonna get hurt, man. You gonna put him in here with somebody? They gonna hurt that man.
I know. It was kind of like a sloppy type of a fight there with Chisora, right? But man, they tried to make a little meme of sorts after Wilder scored that first knockdown on Chisora in the 8th round.
Yeah,
and he almost said, "I'm sorry, I love you." And he tried to let that
you
right
been watching
hand
too
go.
much WWE, bro. That's the same shit Shawn Michaels said to goddamn
Yeah,
Ric
that's
Flair.
right. That's right.
He been watching too much WWE. Wilder,
I
go
told you,
sit
man.
down.
Them
Look,
niggas is
take it from your
connected.
partner, Wilder. Don't listen to these suckers out here. Take it from your partner, man.
They connected with
Don't
the
do that to yourself,
WWE.
bro. Don't do it to yourself, Wilder. Don't get in there with the
I'm
dude
gonna
that
tell
can
you.
actually fight, because you're gonna get hurt, man.
I'm gonna tell you who AJ is. AJ is Sting when he came back in the all black, showing up to the events and ain't saying nothing and just standing around. Yeah, y'all remember when Sting did that? When he went from the blonde hair, the beast scene, he put on the all black and with the scorpion and all that stuff. That's what AJ is. He's showing up. He ain't saying that. He just sitting there looking stoic, and he like it's a theater, man.
Hey,
You know
Coach,
what
I
I'm
want you
saying?
to tell me the truth. Coach Eddie, I want you to tell me the truth. If they put Wilder in there with somebody who can actually fight, what's gonna happen?
I think Wilder probably wound up getting knocked out, but still, that's his right, man. he earned the right to
Yeah, he
go out on
carried
the
the whole
field,
damn
man.
division for the longest. He definitely earned that.
I want him to get that.
So what you're saying is he earned the right to go out comatose? That's what you're saying?
He want that payday, man. And you know what I'm saying? I think from what Fury
just saw.
But hear me out though. Wilder's trying to recoup some of that money that he missed out on. So he's trying to make sure that he get his payday. You know what I'm saying? And if it turns out to be a good fight, he might get two. In other words, I'm tired. I think Wilder and Fury, I think Tyson Fury and Wilder were like the worst thing that happened to each other. Because what it did, Tyson Fury took Deontay Wilder's shine. And he got all the opportunities. He got all the marquee matchups. And he left Wilder kind of, cheated Wilder, however y'all want to call it.
So let me ask you this, though. Whose fault is that? But whose fault is that? Because that motherfucker was on the couch hitting the crack pipe. He wasn't bothering Wilder.
I'm going to blame it on Wilder. Wilder should have took care of business the first time out.
That motherfucker Fury was on the couch in Scotland hitting the crack pipe. He was not bothering Deontay Wilder. Was he?
No, it backfired. I think Wilder took it, thought it was an easy smoke. That way he can use it as leverage when he in the AJ negotiation, and it wound up being a 3-fight saga. You know what I'm saying? And there's a whole bunch of mess behind it. Court date, cheating allegations, you name it. It was a big drama show. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, but you want to know something? In all of that time, the way Joshua looked at Wilder and waited on his every word in anticipation, because he thought, would expose him for what he was or what people thought he was, that shit has shifted. You saw the last promotion with that Wilder fight. There was many cut scenes with that nigga AJ in there, and AJ looking so unbothered. Like the people who put the nail polish emojis, that was his new mentality, his newfound mentality. That's how much little worry he has about Wilder right now, and he willing to take that fight now before it was a problem. So You know, it's a mighty how things have changed, but I still like to see him, like Coach Eddie said, get paid off of that and get paid off of that what's the name fight as well too.
What other fight? What's the name fight?
The last hurrah, going out there and getting spanked by Usyk.
Man, you trying to get that man killed, T-Hill. You trying to get that man hurt and comatose. You at least want him to be able to enjoy the money, T-Hill.
Usyk should have been fighting Wilder instead of this daggum.
They wouldn't let him. You heard what happened.
Talk about it, James. How you got a kickboxer, former kickboxer? Did I say?
You know what happened? They told him he couldn't fight Wilder. You know what happened?
No, I think Wilder. They made the deal. I think Usyk had the deal with Rico Verhoeven in the back seat, along with Wilder. Facing off with Chisora. And they ended up making that fight happen. I just think they just went both, different ways.
I think Wilder did the same thing he did with the DAZN deal. He made the wrong choice again.
I mean, how do we know? But the thing is, Rico Verhoeven came out of nowhere. Nobody even.
Yeah, Rico Verhoeven is a kickboxer. Yeah, he's a hell of a kickboxer. He's a kickboxer.
He's a retired kickboxer on top of
he's
that.
A kickboxer.
Like we were like, folks were saying that maybe Usyk would be fighting freaking Jake Paul, not like a freaking Rico Verhoeven.
Yeah.
Like, Jake Paul stepped in the ring when
Jake Paul can't fight. Yeah,
you know.
But I don't think Jake Paul. Honestly, I don't think Jake Paul's gonna ever fight again. I think his face is really fucked up.
Jake Paul he's gonna run for president. You heard it here first. Jake Paul's gonna run for president. I'm telling you. He will run for president.
I think he's gonna fight Francis Ngannou, man. I think that
would be stupid as fuck. If you fight Francis, that would be idiotic.
Recently,
that would be idiotic. Francis is gonna hurt you.
That dude's going into politics. Jake Paul is going into politics. I'm telling you.
He's
going into politics.
Francis Ngannou in that press conference, right?
Francis is gonna hurt you bad, man. He gonna hurt you real bad. Leave that dude alone.
Come on, man.
Yeah, I think that's the next one for
AJ already broke you up. You better leave that dude alone, man.
He's just gonna sell his name now, man.
Yeah, Joe thought he was hot stuff. He thought he was hot stuff until he had them little bitty boys beating on his ass, and then he recognized where he was.
Would you like to chew your food successfully, Jake? If you want to chew your food, you need to leave that dude alone.
Man.
People forget that he also broke Otto Wallin's face. Also, he broke his orbital bone and he broke his nose.
I don't even know remind him. They forgot about that.
That dude's a face breaker. AJ's a face breaker. He'll break your bones in your body, man. He's that type of guy right there. It's a different power. Deontay Wilder's power is quick, snappy, comes out of nowhere. It's speed generated power. AJ's power is sledgehammer, heavy, brute force, bone shattering, bone breaking power.
George Foreman.
Got that Foreman type power.
Yo, you saw what he did to that big African dude, bro?
Ngannou.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, and Ngannou said he was messed up for a whole year. He did an interview. He said it took him a year to recover from that punch. A year. He said he wasn't right. He said he was messed up for a whole year.
Yeah, that's he got that Foreman type power. That shit that hit you, that shake your whole bone. Evander Holyfield said he's never been hit that hard. They don't know what
AJ's he's a bigger puncher than Wilder. But both guys will knock you out. But he's a bigger, he's a more damaging type of guy.
I forgot, Coach. You know who else said that? Shannon Briggs. Shannon Briggs said he had never been hit that hard before. By nobody.
Let's go, champ.
Anytime you got that type of weight and you can move that type of weight that fast, it's going to generate power.
I'm about to say.
He said George Foreman hit me so hard I want to quit.
It ain't too much action this week in particular, man. You got like 3 fights pretty much. You got this fight Friday. Well, it's 2 fights Friday. You got Collins and Lorente. They out there in Scotland with it Friday on the DAZN Queensberry event right here. Then, of course, on the fight that I think pretty much a lot of people are going to be watching majority this week for sure, Friday night on ESPN. MVP's first ladies card, first card in general on ESPN right here. This Friday, man, headlined by Alicia Baumgartner and co-main event with Shadeja Green, Tammy Tabalt, she on the card as well, man. Jamal Harvey, you know what I'm saying, a prospect that a lot of people have been looking forward to. He's on the card as well on the prelims as well. Raquel Miller, she's on the prelims as well, man. So decent card this Friday from MVP right here for sure. Then of course Saturday you got Whitaker and Suarez Saturday. Still salty about David Morrell, man, not fighting. I'm still salty about David Morrell and Colin Smith.
Yeah, I'm real salty about that.
Whitaker and Suarez. Who the hell is Suarez?
Hey, this Ben Whitaker's up, man. This is up, man. This is up, man. To get right, man.
Exactly. They would have dug him up off a forklift somewhere. He was stocking shelves in the warehouse. They asked him to want to make some money.
It's a building fight, man. It's a building fight for Ben Whitaker right here, man. It's a building right here. But I know the ladies, man, everybody gonna be looking at this Friday night, though. This everybody gonna be looking at Alicia Baumgartner fighting a former Caroline Dubois opponent, and Deja Green fighting a former Clarissa opponent right here Friday.
Hey, shout
I
out
just
to
want to
Deja.
see the both girl. I want to see her. I want to see what Green looks like, and I want to see what Baumgartner looks like in 12-round fight.
Yeah, aircraft. Jamal Harvey, he out of the DMV area, man. DMV hotbed in boxing right now.
Yup. Yeah, he was on the prelim for the Joshua card, I think. So.
Yep. Definitely nice. Great amateur background as well from him as well. Yeah, the ladies they taking forward. They turning up, man, for sure, man. I'm excited about this one Friday night from the ladies, man. Especially everybody gonna be watching the Shadeja fight real closely to see what she do with Lonnie Daniels, with Clarissa. Everybody.
She gonna knock that girl out, man. She gonna knock Lonnie Daniels out.
What round you think she take her, coach?
I think before 6. 6 and under. I think she gonna get that girl out of there, man. I think she's gonna try to make a statement. You know what I mean? Sometimes you go in there making a statement, you get piped up. You know what I'm saying? And I think she's gonna come out there, guns blazing, and go ahead and get the job done. I don't think she wants to play with the food anymore. I think she wants that freaking Carissa Shields fight, and that's what we want. We want the fans to demand the fight. When the fight gets in demand, that's when the money goes up. So you gotta talk that ish too. When you get done, you gotta do your thing.
Yeah, shout out my boy KD and my man TD from the Bronx. They did a show, Tales from the B-Side, and they had her on a guest show, man. And had somebody else come on there that usually be throwing shade her way, but just in a respectful manner, talking about like, yo, if you want to fight, you got to start doing the things that's going to cater to the fight. And she said you got to do this, so she gonna go out there and do that. And then, like you said, I think she gonna go up there and spark the hell out of her within 5 rounds, just so we can see that there's a demarcation between you and me, and we need to make sure that demarcation is drawn in the sand so we can find out who's gonna cross that muff. So she's doing everything in her power to make sure she get that fight with Chlorilla, and hopefully Chlorilla definitely do it instead of trying to go all the way down and try to fight people that she shouldn't really be fighting.
Chlorilla.
Chlorilla is the funniest name for her. I promise you.
Listen, Shadeja, she's like, some would say that she's almost like the opposite of Clarissa Shields in that, she's not, outspoken. She, talks the way she talks. She, gives respect. She gets respect, but she gives respect. But at the end of the day, she handles business in the ring. And so, that's why I'm expecting on Friday night against Lonnie Daniels. And, they're going to, see if they can build for that fight against Clarissa Shields. Because, as y'all were mentioning, why would Clarissa Shields, potentially fight someone that's around like 154 or whatever it is? That don't really make much sense. So just build for this fight. It would be the biggest fight in women's boxing, and it's funny with Shields because she, wants to try to, big up Caroline Dubois, for a fight against Alicia, but won't really mention much about like getting in the ring with Shadeja like that. So we'll see.
Yeah, did you hey Boxing Source, did you hear Clarissa in that interview that she had around with Caroline Dubois last week, where she said she would like to fight Shadeja if Caroline Dubois and Alicia is on the undercard.
I mean, you go into the fight out there in the UK, you see Caroline, beat Terry Harper. You step in the ring and you pretty much like pick up Caroline Dubois or something like. Oh man, I don't know about all this stuff, man.
Yo, you know what?
She was trying to take the shine, like somebody. She was trying to take the shine.
No,
it was cringe, man. It was cringe.
Absolutely, and it's tactical too. Think about it. You said something earlier, Cam. You said that possibly she can get both Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. Now think about the two biggest names in the sport thus far that done did the biggest numbers. It would be those two. So they're trying to make sure that they pass the buck within MVP to her. If she can go out there and handle the business and get those fights and win those fights and win them convincingly, the impetus now go behind her. So that big sister talk, that little daughter talk, it can be nipped in the bud. But she's over there working, like I said, there's people out there working currently as we speak on the men's side, trying to make sure they detonate all types of buzz coming from somewhere else. She's trying to do that right now by saying, hey, well, you know what? I could put you on the card underneath me, and that would be fire. And then that way we can get some fights with people that y'all got over there. She's trying to call shots, but with all due respect, the noise up there is very minimum. You can be in a library with the amount of talent that's up there that she can actually get challenged by. So truth be told, is rematches, and those rematches are Savannah and Hannah, if anything, and then it's Shadeja. And then after that is nothing. Anything else, you would have to get down to 47 to actually have a chance of making these fights happen. Maybe possibly at the lowest 54. So she can't really control much. Yeah, she done a lot. She done got a lot of accomplishment, but unfortunately, for the most part, it's against people we don't even know. And that's who she's got left, is people we don't even know. Save a couple of rematches and save Shadeja Green, unless she goes down and gets in shape and get in that ring. So I don't know if that's going to actually happen. I wish nothing but the best for Chlorilla. I feel like, unfortunately, how she had to come up in the first beginning stages of the Emmys for the girls was treacherous, and it definitely impacted her character and the way that she goes about things. But at the end of the day, she still is a very good fighter and an extremely talented person and a highly decorated person. So I'm gonna give her respect for that. But some of the moves she make, like it was just said, is kind of cringeworthy. But hey, that's Chlorilla for you. Get him, Chlo.
Man, facts, man. Facts plus tax, man. Shit, that's it, fellas. I'm gonna go ahead and close it out, fellas. Man, appreciate y'all, man. For sure, man. This was a dope conversation, dope vibes today on the show, man. Salute to my brother Boxing Source. Salute to Coach Eddie, man, for his great assessment always on the sport. Him and Boxing Source, and the commissioner T Hill, my brother, man. My commissioner, man. My dog, man. So salute to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all, man, today.
All right, brethren, salute, man.
Salute.
Yeah, it was a great shot today, man.
Y'all show support. Y'all watching, hit the like button, man. Share the stream. You'll let folks know about CamJNetwork here in the building. You feel me?
And while you in it, tap into the source of boxing too. You want to get your source, you got to tap into my man Jay Bell in the boxing source. Shout out to 2 Cents Boxing. Definitely check her out. Shout out to D Free Boxing. He got so many different shows, man. He constantly on the take, man, and he with that mighty Sports Talk Nation network. So tap into them. Man, shout out to everybody that came and cooked up here and helped us make something that you don't get to see on a regular basis, man. And shout out to the people not coming up here and putting clown shows in the works as well too, man. We respect that about y'all too. So on that note, man, It's the network. Cam J by Fame. Y'all tap in. Shout out to the source of boxing. Shout out to the rest of the people in the chat. I'm out.
For sure, man. Salute, man. Salute to the boxing source, man. Salute to my brother T Hills, Coach Eddie, 2 Cents Boxing, Sheldon Moore. You know what I mean? My brother D Free, man. Salute to my guys on the panel today, man. It was a great panel today, man. Great conversation, man. And you know, something like my boy, my boy Aircraft, man, he pointed out earlier in the show that I wanted to kind of dive into real quick. Let me pull it up real quick. I gotta scroll up real quick. Hey, where'd it go? Is it way up there? Hold on, let me see. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, my brother, my Aircraft right here, he was like, yeah, y'all talking boxing without mentioning the same 4 fighters too. And you know, and that's one thing, like with the shows, that's why I say like a lot of channels ain't well rounded with the the boxing talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like to have real intelligent boxing conversations, man, majority of the time. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's cool. We turn up and we get the cook up on certain fighters and certain fights and stuff, you know what I mean, and wild out at times, you know what I'm saying? But majority, we want intelligent boxing conversation. We want, the facts to be out there, you know what I'm saying? And of course, a lot of channels, they're not well rounded in a lot of conversations for real, you know what I mean? So, today, of course, the fights was Saturday. So, of course, we're going to recap these fights and talk about these fights, from this past weekend, just like we'll do next Monday. When we live, we're going to recap all the fights from the weekend and, do our thing, as well, man. So, definitely amazing conversation today, man. Salute to my brother, the Boxing Source, joining us today, man, for sure. That's my guy, man. For sure, man. One of the best, journalists in the game in boxing, man. So, subscribe to his channel. His link is in the comments for sure. Subscribe to the Ring While Boxing podcast. We did a great show last night on his channel last night. Me and my cousin Benn on Ring While Boxing podcast. It was a great show. If y'all ain't get to catch that, go back and watch that. We was cooking up last night crazy. Subscribe to my sister 2 Cents Boxing. She had a hell of a recap show yesterday as well. You know what I mean? And so subscribe my brother Dean by any means. He's live right now. So I'm going to go over there and tap in with my dog, man. So this was another great show, man. We will be back live tomorrow. Morning, man. Same time, about 10:15. We got, some other topics to cook up on. And we're going to do some different stuff tomorrow. I got some planned. We're going to, you know what I'm saying? We're going to do a little different with the show tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? We're going to cook up with some different shit tomorrow, a little bit different tomorrow, man. A little creativity going into the show tomorrow, man. So definitely salute to y'all. We'll be back at it, man, 10:15 in the morning tomorrow, Eastern time. And I know tonight I got a college football show I'm going to be doing with my guys tonight, man. Buckeye Steppers podcast. Y'all want to go tap into that. We'll be live tonight talking college football tonight. I may try to see if we get this NFL show in. I'm not sure yet. You know what I'm saying? Not sure because I'm getting the guys together because we got the Ohio State spring game Saturday. So definitely on covering college football tonight. And we'll be back live with the boxing talk tomorrow morning about 10:15 in the morning Eastern time, man. So salute to everyone, man. Great show. Amazing show today, man. I really enjoyed the conversation with everyone, man, today. With my family, man. And we back at it tomorrow, man. 10 a.m., 10:15 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow, man. Salute to y'all. Go ahead and tap in with my brother Dean. I'm about to go over there and fuck with Dean. And we out of here. Salute.
All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. It's showtime like Kareem Lakers. I make a masterpiece, scene basic. No Meek Millie, but I'm dream chasing. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Ooh, baby. Rest in peace, the Nippy was the street savior. Got my credit right now, I need acres. Gotta turn your dirty money into clean paper. Trying to own a franchise without a key player. I go through hoes like I weave laces. Tree blazers, let they mama noodles be flavored. Meat takers that be acting like the D sacred. You bust in, you would think they on their knees praying. Then I slide like a screensaver. When I'm done, make some scrambled eggs, cheese, bacon. Then it's on to the next, I ain't a speed dater. Little bitch ain't gon' hear from me till weeks later. I don't see no things changing. Kids still dodging bullets like they seen Matrix. These young niggas really need saving, but OGs won't teach them that the street's dangerous. All my life I had to be patient. Like Meek Millie, I was dream chasing. Finger to the law when I see haters. Oh, the feeling when you tell your niggas we made it.